What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Big up every single one of you in the chat. Welcome to your match preview, or review, I should say, sorry, for Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0. Love to see it. We do the double on Spurs once again. It's great to see the return of some players, and of course we are upset by the absence of others. We'll discuss all of it today in the review for the match here on Casually FC. Hey, if you're new here, guys, be sure to smash up the like button and subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 5K milestone where I will unveil something very special for you guys who have been here for a while and who are just joining us today and in the future. Be sure to check out the links in the description below for everyone's content here on the channel, as well as my own content. I make music, I do my personal streams as well, video game streams or UFC watch-alongs over on Saturdays on my channel. All that stuff in the link down below in the description. Be sure to check out the memberships as well. 4 different tiers starting at 99p. Some awesome emojis that you can use that will be updated and revamped soon, I promise you, as well as expanded upon once we get more memberships, because unfortunately that's how YouTube works. It's really weird. But yeah, guys, let's get down to the nitty gritty and discuss the game. But before we do, as always, short little quick summary of today's match. So yeah, a bit of interesting lineup because there were some players that were missing that we thought we would see. One being a Fofana, who apparently had a bit of a setback, an injury of sorts. Not much detail has been revealed as far as I'm aware. So I'll look into that during the stream, see what's going on with that. But yeah, Fofana out with an injury again. We'll see what's going on, how long, if it's just this game or longer. Also, another character that was missing in today's lineup was a Reece James as well. He was in the bench, and I guess we're resting him. I don't know. We'll discuss that as well. And then also Nani Madueke, who started on the bench, so giving the starting lineup, the starting wingers, Neto and Sancho, who we will discuss. And Nicholas Jackson, of course, makes his return to the starting 11, and I'm sure we will have some nice things to say about Jackson today. But yeah, up against a pretty much fully fit, with the exception of a Kulusevski and maybe one other player, for Spurs. So, you know, battle at the bridge. We kind of figured it would be a tough game, a high-scoring game. The first half, Chelsea was pretty dominant throughout most of the game, to be honest, up until maybe the 35th minute to the 38th to 40th minute, where, you know, Spurs were starting to string together a bit of chances getting to the Chelsea box a few more times, and maybe taking some shots as well. And yeah, we go into the second half 0-0 with a few chances missed in the first half. I think Palmer crossed it into the box, and ENZO was denied a goal from Spurs defender. I think also Jackson, the very first 5 minutes of the game, had an opportunity that deflected off of, I think it was Bentancur or Evander Ven, and it hit the post. So yeah, we had chances. Vicario also blocking Jadon Sancho of a goal as well. He's another one that unfortunately didn't score today. A very frustrating character. But we go into the second half, and in the second half, we finally break the 0-0 with a brilliant Enzo Fernandez header from a lovely Cole Palmer cross. And we sustain and hold on to that score. We did have a few more chances to create, as well as a offside goal from an offside Levi Colwell. I might as well call him Levi Offside Colwell, because he seems to be on the wrong side of the offside goal when we're playing defensively, and on the wrong side of the offside goal when we're playing offensively. So very frustrating player in Levi Colwell. We'll discuss him. But yeah, he was offside, so Caicedo's brilliant goal and volley, which would have given us a 2-0 lead, was disallowed, unfortunately. And yeah, we started going a little bit more defensive, took off some players like a Palmer, Enzo, and Jackson for rest, and brought on some fresh legs. Gave Reece James some minutes. We gave Nani Madueke some minutes. KDH came on, got some minutes as well as who else did came on today?
Tosin, you mentioned?
Tosin Olsen came on, and Kunku stayed bench. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm happy he stayed bench.
Hall?
Dewsbury Hall came on, yes.
That wonderful tackle he did.
Yeah, at the end, yeah. But yeah, quite a bit of controversial calls as well. Papa Matasar probably should have been sent off, in my opinion. Spurs also scored a goal today. It was a bit of a deflected, very honestly, in my opinion, I ain't even trying to save face for Sanchez. Should have saved that. It's a near post. There was enough time for you to react to it, and it goes right underneath him, and it's a goal. But it was, luckily for us, or luckily for Sanchez, Matasar committed a pretty heinous foul on Caicedo, which in my opinion should have been a red. I'm sure you guys will explain to me why it wasn't a red in terms of the rule. I think Oliver had it down pat. But yeah, it was an intense game, as most of these derbies are. But Chelsea come out victorious with a 1-0 victory, and we move on now to Brentford away. More points. I'll look at the table in just a minute, but Oliver, go ahead. Give me your thoughts on the match, and can you explain to me why the SAR decision was a yellow and not a red?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, because I was talking about the VAR process during the watch along we had on the Discord server, and I was initially thinking, because they're checking the goal and they're checking the goal and like whether to disallow that but not the foul. I was thinking, okay, if they disallow the goal, he's not going to get booked, but then he did get booked. Or, you know, he got a reprimand for the foul. So that might have been me misunderstanding the VAR process. I'm not sure. I can't explain why that's a yellow card. I can't explain why that's a yellow card. It's a very, very high challenge. It's literally on the knee. It's a dangerous challenge.
Hey, what the hell? I canceled this by accident. All right, so we have a view here of the Levi Colwell goal that should have counted.
That annoyed me, because like how long that took is stupid. Like you see, like with the potential red, well, you know, taking away the goal, you know, maybe red card, but they didn't look at that way. That took what, like a minute or two? This took like 8 minutes or something.
This whole situation right here, this is the problem I have with VAR, because you know the rhetoric they use is that it's meant to
I could see it's hard to see it, guys. I'll try to make a bigger screen, actually. If you look over here, they're drawing lines from the shoulder to the bottom of the ground. You could see they drew a line from where Bentancur's shoulder is to the bottom as well. It's just hard to see, because where the line is drawn is by Bentancur's other shoulder, which is further away. It looks weird. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm happy we won. I'm happy it wasn't decided by the refs. But yeah,
I thought the ref was good today. I really did.
You think so?
The ref, yeah, the ref on the field.
I think VAR was good. I think the ref had a
Wait,
bit
what
of a
do you
howler.
think the ref didn't? What did he have howlers in?
If it wasn't for VAR, we would have been 1-1 because of the
No, but I can't-
Matasar goal.
I think that's what VAR's for, like to see things like I don't know how the ref supposed to see it.
Yeah,
He's
but
not
that's
like,
if the ref doesn't see it, VAR sees
But
it. So
things
that's
like
why I'm
back
giving
then,
credit to VAR. I
back
ain't giving
in the
credit
day,
to
would
that
get
ref.
away- You'd get away with stuff like that back in the day, no matter what. Whatever ref you have.
Yeah,
like,
but I ain't giving
I
credit
don't
to the
think the
ref.
ref-
I'm giving credit
if
to
the ref-
VAR.
If the ref did like outrageous things like Anthony Taylor, right, for stuff like that, like decisions he's done, then yeah, fair enough. But like, I thought he's still good. I don't think he did anything wrong.
I think Spurs can feel slightly outraged, not necessarily with the referee, but at the end with the linesman. When Pedro Porro started yelling at him and he pulled his flag, that's because that should have been a Spurs corner and he gave it as a goal kick. He deserved the booking. It was
Linesman,
he lost. Yeah, he lost control of his temper. He deserved the booking, but his sentiment was justified. But the reaction was obviously very extreme to grab the flag of the linesman.
I think automated offside is going to be implemented after the 5th. I believe that's what was reported after the 5th of April. I don't think it's this game week.
And we missed out. We had to waste 8 minutes on this.
Yeah, this took a while too. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't like how long that took because they just made a
Yeah.
pointless 12 minutes add on for nothing. Nothing happened. Just an extra 12 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, while you're here, man, I mean, tell me your thoughts on the game.
I mean, like I said before the game, all I wanted is a win. I'm very happy how we performed because I thought from minute 1 to the end, we performed really well attacking wise in the first half. We created a few good chances. We could have went a goal up at least in the first half. We could have got 2 goals in the second half. And I thought we defended really well as a team. Like, we sponged up their attack and dealt with it really well. I know Sanchez almost cost Chelsea with that mistake because I don't think that was near post. That was just near Sanchez. He hit into the post. Like, I don't know what Sanchez is thinking. His reaction time. He knows well, of course he knows he should have done better. But like,
it's just a weak wrist. That's what it is.
Sanchez can be the end of me because like he can do that and then with Son's shot. I know Son should have done better, but like he still did a good dive for that and like good reaction and he is a lesser keeper himself, but like they let them in as well. So yeah. I don't know what to think of Sanchez because he did save us at the end too. But yeah, like I thought Enzo and Caicedo as well. Like they completely bossed the midfield and defense to attack as well. Like for me, Enzo was my man of the match. I think it's very close. I mean, you could have gave Caicedo because his tackling and even his passes. Because I remember that one pass where he literally just turned on, took out 2 players, and like passed it forward to Cole Palmer. It just didn't quite get to him or something. But like, yeah. Our midfield, man. This is the midfield I always wanted, and I knew they'd perform like this for most of the games anyway. So. Yeah, I really like what they've done in that game. So Sancho, I won't speak on him because I feel like someone's gonna really crash out on him because Sancho is he's Sancho. He don't like shooting. He just likes holding the ball and just passing it or just not shooting. He should have had at least a Navy goal as well. But yeah, I'm just happy with the performance today. Like now we should go on to this April hopefully without like undefeated because like we got Brentford, we got. I'm trying to think who we got. We got a lot of easy games in the sense.
We got
Brentford.
Warsaw in the Conference League, but that's not Premier League.
No, yeah. But after Brentford, I think it's a lot easier until Liverpool.
I think Everton's the one after Brentford. Am I right?
We're at home, right?
Yeah, we're at home against Everton.
Yeah,
right now.
I think we'll win that game. No problem.
After Brentford, we have Conference League, and then it's Ipswich.
Yeah, we need.
Ipswich, my bad. Yeah.
Wait, did we lose Ipswich at home or away? I forgot.
We lost to Ipswich away.
This one's at home, Chris.
Yeah, we need to give him payback for that as well because like.
Yeah.
I thought if we lose to Tottenham today, we're not getting top 4. But now I think like we go into this run to Liverpool, we can maybe still get it. So.
Bless you.
Bless you. But yeah, I'm very happy with performance and result-wise. We got the result and I thought we got the performance we needed. Players come back from like injuries, not Jackson, Madueke. I think there's someone else in there as well. I mean, Caicedo looked like he was playing through injury this game as well, like the foul we had on him.
Well, we were all scared at the beginning when he went down.
I was worried. So, our midfield, they're brilliant. They saved us today, I thought. Oh, actually, one more thing. I would say Chalobah. I thought Chalobah was I thought Chalobah was definitely our best centre back today, or defender. I thought he was really good, passing, defending. I was really impressed with Chalobah today. I think he.
Yeah, Chalobah, I got to give it to him. Today was one of his better games for sure, even from a passing range perspective as
Could have
well.
got assist as well.
Yeah, he had some good,
Potentially.
cut through the defense and midfield passes today that nothing came of. This is just what happens. But I mean, yeah, overall he was a better of our defenders. I think Levi, bro. I think the less we speak on Levi, I mean, someone will eventually, but I'll go ahead and Prime, go ahead and tell us your thoughts, man, on the game, on Levi, on whatever.
Said someone will speak on Levi. I meant I'll speak on him. I didn't say it's my turn. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Get comfortable. Yeah, we're gonna be here for 10 minutes.
That first half, right? It's weird because earlier, if that first half was had in the first half of the season, and we're 3-0 up, comfortable. Sancho, I don't think he was necessarily that bad in the first half. I think he had a good game or goodish game. Jackson was alert and on it. Palmer had a good game. He was on it. Enzo wasn't necessarily bad in the first half. He was just like a bit meh. He wasn't a liability defensively, but in the attacking sense didn't really do much. Caicedo was all over all game. Enzo had a brilliant second half. Neto, I think he was like good, to be fair. He was busy, he was trying. Gusto was, I guess, okay, if I'll be generous. Cucurella had a to be fair, by his standard, Cucurella, I think he had a poor game. By his standard, anyway. He wasn't like doing anything like necessarily wrong per se, but some of his passes were a bit sloppy by his high standards. But if we're comparing Cucurella to Dalot, he had a world class game, so who knows? But let's look at the three stooges. Actually, I say two stooges. Chalobah had a very good game today. He had a very good game to that center back. Let's look at Chuckle Brothers. Who do I start with first? Two packs of ass, just as bad as each other. Cole and Sanchez, man. Bro, how are you not saving that shot from Sarr? Like, good shot from Sarr, fair enough, but that's not enough to be able to beat you. I'm sorry, bro.
I agree.
Too many times he's conceding soft goals, and people want to blame others for it, bro. The first game of the season against City, even though I believe that Caicedo and Enzo should have been able to stop cover, you still don't concede that shot. You should save it. The Semenyo goal when we played Bournemouth, people wanted to try and scapegoat Achimpong, where Achimpong did nothing wrong. Sanchez should save the shot. Time after time after time, you can't build anything coherent and consistent with this guy in our net, bro. And the fact that he still has to play, again, I keep saying this when people want to try and argue about certain things with this, with certain players or the manager. I look at the sporting director now. I have to look above. Why is Sanchez still here? Why is he still playing? You know how many more points we would have? We would be probably confirmed for top 4 if we just had a better goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Why can't Jorgensen play? I'm not saying Jorgensen's the solution completely or world class, but he is better than Sanchez. He doesn't put us constantly under pressure. Now Levi.
Okay, hold on.
Well,
I just can't tell you which one. They're both two cheeks of the same ass. They're both equal.
I don't think they're not equally ass.
I don't think Sanchez makes that save against Son. Not Sanchez. I don't think Jorgensen makes that save against Son. I'll be so real with you.
Marcel, I'll be real. I don't care. Jorgensen doesn't put us under pressure. Sanchez does, so he's a better goal.
Passing ability, Jorgensen clears.
I just think if we're gonna have a discussion on Sanchez, we can't just because Sanchez is shit doesn't make Jorgensen's better. Let's just be real.
Well, then go back to the summer and say, why didn't we keep Petrovic?
Jorgensen is better because he's not shit.
He's not.
So
they're
that
both
makes
shit.
him better. No, they're both shit.
My opinion is better.
They are not bullshit, Marshall, or whatever. It's cool.
They're
You wanna
bullshit.
do
Again,
They're
like
not.
Sanchez doesn't concede the goal that Jorgensen conceded against Aston Villa.
Oh wait, come on. We just watched what Sanchez conceded today, but
You
luckily,
know what? You know what?
Yeah, but it doesn't go through the middle of
Mar-
him. You know what I'm trying to say, Chris?
Marshall wants to do this weird tangent and defend Sanchez. That's fine. I'm not trying to do that, so I don't care, Marshall. You want to do defense?
It's not even trying to defend Sanchez. I'm just trying to make you a little bit more,
No.
be more honest now.
I am being honest. He's better than Sanchez, but it's fine. You
That's
defended
your
Havertz,
opinion.
so it's
Okay.
fine. You defended Nkunku. I don't. Let me just.
You defended Kepa back in the day.
I've had Kepa.
Yes.
Like,
I've
let's
had
be
Kepa.
real.
Hey, give me Kepa.
Yeah,
Give me
because
Kepa.
our defense was worse than Kepa.
Yeah,
But
with
whatever,
Thiago Silva and
it's cool.
Rudiger.
I mean,
Okay.
No,
No,
this is
no,
before
with
Kepa.
Lampard, that bad
When
season.
Rudiger was a bozo, Christensen was a
With
bozo.
Thiago
everyone-
Silva still in
No,
there,
no, no.
Thiago Silva wasn't there at the time.
It was Mendy coming in then.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva. No,
whatever.
Thiago Silva wasn't here.
Yeah,
When I was-
Mendy was coming in.
Or whatever.
Thiago Silva
No,
was here.
Mendy wasn't here either, Chris. What are you talking about?
Mendy was.
No, when Thiago Silva came in,
19,
Mendy was also
19,
coming that
20.
season, right?
No, he's talking about the season before that.
Oh, okay.
1920
Yeah,
is the
that's what I
season
meant.
I'm talking about. Chris, stop talking.
No, that's what I was talking about before anyway.
No, but that's not. No, bro, he's talking about
All right,
me. That's
just
not the season
go
I'm
ahead,
talking
Prime.
about.
Finish
But
what you're
anyways,
saying.
you guys want to go on the weird tangent and defend Sanchez. Defend him if you want
Fuck
to. On your own.
Sanchez.
Colwell.
It's not defending Sanchez, but okay.
Oh, what? Hey, potato. That's fine. Colwell. Keep telling people about Colwell, and people are starting to open their eyes. This guy's not that good. I watched him in the second half of the season at Huddersfield. Didn't impress me. At Brighton, everyone's talking about this brilliant centre back, a brilliant ball playing centre back. You're the regen of Rio Ferdinand. You're potentially generational. You're the new up and coming. You're not that good. This guy's not better than Vardiol, and people will tell me that Vardiol's overrated. This guy's not good, bro. If Chalobah's looking better than you, and Chalobah's also not good either, what does that make you? Honestly, what does that make you? And the fact of Fofana, who's our best centre back, we can't rely on him because he is injury prone. Fofana has to leave in the summer, by the way. So I'm sick of this. And again, everything I keep talking about goes back to the sporting directors and our squad planning. So you see how I'm not just like trying to just blame specifically just one player or blame the manager on things. Everything just goes back to these sporting directors. They've got to go. If we're going to do a mass exodus of players in the summer, or if Maresca gets sacked, fine, but get rid of these sporting directors first. They can't be allowed to do another Fugazi rebuild or to sack and hire another manager, because we're just going to be in the same mess of stagnation or limbo or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, like, last stream, a lot of people said I was a fence sitter, which, to be fair, I don't really give a shit. I kind of am, because I can't determine what is going to happen in the future. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, we're not making top four. How can you think we're making top four with the form we're in? And I'm not going to also sit here and say, like, we're guaranteed to get top four. In fact, we're going to overtake Arsenal for second. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's extremes to both of this stuff when it comes to the toxic positivity and the toxic negativity. I stand in the middle, and that's how I'm always going to be. Deal with it. But here's one thing I will say. I will most likely stop sitting on the fence come the summer, because in the summer, I think is going to tell us a lot about what the sporting directors are going to do, what the ownership want, and what's going to happen. We're talking about, like, what is the future of Andrés Santos? Will he get sold? What is the future of Petrovic? Will we actually use him in the team when we need a goalkeeper? Versus a Sanchez, who will get sold, because we saw that tweet earlier as well. Either or is going to get sold, either Sanchez or Petrovic. I would love to believe that it's Sanchez, even if it's for 5 mil or 10 mil. There will be a team that will go for Sanchez. So for me, based on what Prime is saying, right? I think this summer, as much as I do want, I'm already out with the sporting directors. The intentions of the owners and how they're going to go about building this squad going forward, that is going to be answered in the summer, in my opinion. But Ahmed, talk to me, man. Tell me about the game.
Again, it was an expected win. It's obviously Spurs. That's like almost a guaranteed 3-pointer. I came into this game, as I said before, I was looking for a performance more so, trying to see if the players were gonna perform in this game. And I think our midfield, definitely Kaita and ENZO, they came to play, they came to perform today, in my personal opinion. I think, listen, Gusto, I think had a solid game today. Because compared to his usual games, I think he was a lot more solid in this game.
Yeah.
He did the job they needed to do. Kukure, I think, was again solid, did the job that he needed to do today. Same with Tyler Barr, did his job. I think we've spoken about Cole at the end of the day, but you know, it's all good about him being obviously how should I say it, being offside, but there's another guy that was literally next to him in Jackson that was even more offside for some reason. That decided to be like a even bigger inch offside, like, which was kind of crazy from him too. But you then got Sanchez as well, and I think for me, with Sanchez argument, you know, all I will say on that, and you've had my thoughts on it before, is that, you know, Jorgensen, Sanchez, they're both two cheeks to the same ass, bro. It doesn't matter who you put in goal. The reality is they're both of them are not good enough, in my personal opinion, and that's just me. But again, I just look at our attack again, and it's just same shit, bro. This is the same shit, bro. You know, again, for me, Sancho, my big issue of him is, I think the word I'm gonna use is aggression. There's not enough aggression there, bro. There's no, he's not aggressive enough yet to take the shot. He doesn't feel like, yeah, he needs to do that. He doesn't feel like he needs to get that pass in. There's a lack of just aggression from him. I think Neto,
or urgency,
again,
maybe?
no, I think it's aggression, bro. Because if it was urgency,
Okay.
yeah, because like he plays with speed, bro. It's just that when it's the moment to do something, bro, to be aggressive, bro, he doesn't want to be aggressive in that moment in time, bro. He takes too long. If it was if it was like, oh, he's being too slow, yeah, I would hear it, but I just don't think he's aggressive enough. If that makes sense. I look at Jackson today, and it's like, he was shit before. He was in shit form before he was injured. He came back today, and it almost felt like we were back to where we were, bro. Again, bro. The only thing that I would give him a little bit credit for was that his hold-up play was pretty solid at times. But then, you know, when I need you to finish a job, which is the job I'm asking you to do, mate, you're not doing it, bro. So, and you had, there was a couple opportunities where you had, well, I felt like, bro, the job should have been done from him, at least from him, right? So, again, with Palmer, I think Palmer good. I'm just happy. I'm happy for him in terms of like what he did in terms of like from an assist perspective, right? Good assist for him. Hopefully that helps to build him up, obviously, in terms of like you know, confidence and stuff like that. Neto's game was poor. Maybe, you know, with Madueke coming back, because Madueke I think looked quite solid when he came back, which was a very good sign for us against Brentford, right? Because he's probably going to start against Brentford, you would hope.
What?
Yo, CP, take it, please, because I have so many things to rebut, but go ahead.
No, Armin, finish your thing. I'll go after you. Sorry.
I think he's having a stroke, man.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I don't know why I said that was wrong there. What? I said Neto was poor. Like what? Did I lie there?
No, there's a lot more that you said, bro.
No,
yeah, just finish up what you're saying so we can cook you, bro.
Yeah, all right, bro. At the end of the day, but my point will still stand. If you cook me or not, I will stay my fault. Madueke, again, I think he looked pretty solid when he came on. I think defensively as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, again, defensively as well. Going forward, I think there was a little bit less work rate from him, of course. But again, I think with him, I would like to assume it's more sort of a tactical thing, right? Where, you know, we're not asking if that makes sense, right? But again, you're hoping next game you're probably gonna get what, maybe Neto on the left side, maybe a Madueke, Jackson, and probably Palmer. So that's probably what you're gonna be expecting, right? In my
the good old times, man. Good old times.
Yeah, but again, what I would probably say, solid work from our midfield, solid work in general from our defense and everything like that. But I feel like, again, the same question marks can probably be spoken about again from an attacking perspective from Chelsea.
All right, CP, I know you have a few things, choice words to have. I can hear some of them, but
like,
not all of them.
Attack-wise, like, We could
So-
we should have done a lot better. Yeah.
Wait,
So-
CP has some choice words
Yeah,
to have.
Jackson wrote the
So
whole
let him
and
have it,
everything.
and then he's gonna head out.
Yeah, so I agree with you with the Jackson point. You saying Neto had a bad game, I guess me and you saw two different things, because he was beating his man, had some really decent crosses, like pretty good crosses to be honest. If someone was in better positioning, one that Palmer just missed barely and stuff of that sort. So I think he was our best attacker, to be frank with you. He was literally our best attacker in terms of creating chances and anything. Because Sancho is dog shit. I said this in Lewis's stream. Sancho is slower paced Alan St. Maximin. All the tech, all the dribbling, fucking. But the weird thing is, St. Maximin doesn't mind shooting the ball. But all they do is this technique thing, this little dribble step, has no end product, fucking doing jack shit, nothing. But because he looks nice on the ball and he beats a couple of man, oh, we're gonna hype him up, right, guys? Not you guys in specific. I'm saying the football community as a whole.
Yeah.
Right? Another thing, Cucurella was fine. Was getting caught out a bit defensively at times, to be frank with you. Especially with the cut, but I just think Brendan Johnson had more pace, so I get it. Gusto was fine defensively, I think, for the most part, but some of those crosses, my God, bro. So, in the first half, I mean.
That rainbow cross killed me, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
That was insane.
I think it's more impressive that he managed to get that much height on it and somehow
Yeah.
it barely went out. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm like, dude,
You would like to hope that's more so
Yeah.
because he's not been overlapping as much. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Maybe
He's
that's
just
just
been
not
around.
hope.
Gonna run.
Ah, get out of here.
I disagree on that, Ahmed, because he wasn't that great at crossing. He was decent, but wasn't that great at crossing
Oh,
last
I
year.
hear you on that one. You know, yeah, I hear what
He
you're
had a
saying.
good chance of scoring, like pretty good chance. He barely just missed. Not saying it's his fault, but decent. Sanchez is Sanchez. Dude, this man, he's
Yeah.
like the Joker. Dude, he's like the Joker card on a deck. He just fucks shit up, and you don't know if it's gonna go your way or the other way. Honest to God, that's what he is, dude. Chalaba, I think, did pretty well. Caldwell had some decent passing through the lines, but defensively wasn't great. Caicedo, we had a bit of a scare. Palmer was okay, a bit better, I would say, creatively than his form before injury, so that's a good step. And then I want to come to one man. I think Arsenal would support my statement. Actually, a lot of people, except for a man whose team lost yesterday and is behind the Lakers now. What you were saying that, Arsenal? I remember that yesterday.
Westbrook.
Anyways,
Can I just ask a question? Are we here to talk about Chelsea or is this a basketball show? Like,
it's okay. I can
think
talk
this
to
is-
you.
Don't
I
do
can
this.
talk to
Don't
you.
do
No.
I run
We're
the
here
show.
to do this.
I run the
No,
show. Don't do
no,
this.
no,
no,
we're not going to do this.
No,
We're not
yeah,
gonna do this
yeah.
then.
No, this is
Then
how it
you
works.
know what?
This is how it works.
All right,
This is how
then.
it
Then see you later.
All right, cool.
I just say
Ciao.
this before you go, CP. I say, Ahmed, don't be a child, because whenever we're talking about Chelsea, CP manages to crash on Nigeria randomly, and
Yeah,
exactly. Game is the game, especially when it comes to CP. So game is the game.
When you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. If you can't dish it, wait. If you can't take it, don't dish it.
Okay. Anyways,
If you
okay.
can't dish it, don't
It's okay.
give it.
Yeah,
Brain.
listen, we all know.
Yeah.
Listen, Ahmed's not used to this
Yeah.
smoke in Cranbrook, bro. We get it, man.
Prime. You see how Marshall messed that up? It's very similar to the Peruvian national teams, how they play football. So life imitates art.
How dare
Anyway,
you? How dare you?
anyway. and America too. Anyways, so I was.
I'm gonna start watching hockey just so I can crash it on you whenever Canada fails.
The funny thing is we beat them in the final. Anyways,
I picked the wrong sport.
So sorry. Last thing. Actually, can we? I would like Marshall back in here because he was saying, remember, guys, Enzo doesn't have as much G&E as Gallagher last season, and he right now he's on 5 goals and 5 assists in the league. And last season Gallagher had 5 goals and 7 assists.
Oh, fuck! I forgot he said that.
He said that yesterday.
No.
He said that yesterday.
I know he's been saying this for like 2 weeks. I forgot.
Yeah. So
There
I
he
just want to say, by the way, Gallagher had 3,200 minutes.
Take off the comment, bro.
Yeah, so Gallagher had 3,200 minutes last year with 5 goals and 7 assists, and Enzo has 2,100 minutes. So it's 1,000 less, and he's
Still hasn't got the
games
2
away.
assists. Still hasn't got the 2 assists, baby. Tell him to get those 2 assists. Tell him to get those 2 more assists. He's still not got more goals and assists. He's still got less DNA than Conor Gallagher. So you know what I mean. So listen, tell him
how many less minutes, CP?
1,000.
Oh,
don't worry, we're glazing the minutes now. I just want to make sure that was it? How many assists did Gallagher got? Still 7 goals. Yeah, respect me. Yeah, respect it. Yeah.
No fairness.
2 goals in La Liga? 2 goals in domestic league, right?
Until he gets the 12 GA that Gallagher got.
Yet they're supposed to be equal.
Until Gallagher gets the 12 GA.
Gallagher, right?
Until 12 GA. Until he gets another 12 GA. Until he gets a 12 GA. We're not talking here, bro. We're not talking about. We're not talking.
You want to know a fun fact?
Yeah. Do tell.
Enzo Fernandez is the first Chelsea midfielder to score home and away against Spurs since Mateo.
Since who?
You're cut out there. Di Matteo.
Since Mateo?
Oh, Di Matteo.
Di Matteo.
Bring up Di Matteo, man. Bring up Di Matteo.
Yeah. Because he's more of a legend than Gallagher.
Also,
I mean, of course. I mean, who wouldn't say that? CP, that's stupid.
I'm sure some people are.
Also, I have another question, right? CP, what big game did Gallagher score in last season for?
It's Spurs a big game. It's Spurs a big game.
So hold up, Marsh,
when you beating them every single time, is that a big game?
Yeah,
let's relax. Let's relax.
It's a big game.
Do you think Gallagher would have been on this list?
You know, Enzo Fernandez, mate. Don't worry, man. Real Madrid. Alhamdulillah, you'll be there soon.
One second. I'm gonna check right now for you guys. We'll do it.
I need to know.
I love how he's saying Real Madrid won him like that's a dunk.
Where's the ball at Gallagher?
Don't worry, man. I don't want him at my club.
Look at Cole Palmer, number one, Cole Palmer.
Yeah, he likes a lot of mid.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, Cole Palmer, man. Hey, great. Congratulations, mate. You got 73 pounds created. Can I get some more GA other than the assist today? Thank you.
Let's actually look into some of this too. Why not? 41 out of 45 passes completed, 5 touches in the opponent's box, 5 crosses, 4 times possession ones, 3 duels won, 2 shots taken, 1 tackle, 1 shot on target, and 1 goal. Man of the match winner. How many man of the matches has Enzo received this season?
It was debatable today, but yeah, like he's probably had like.
No, it's interesting, man. I didn't know this channel. I didn't know this channel supported xenophobes.
How many men of the matches does Gallagher have in
this channel supports xenophobes?
Huh?
Wow!
Wow! For once, you actually called him the right thing, a xenophobe.
Well, listen, I didn't know we were hyping up beating 14th place Spurs, but hey, are we hyping up 14th place Spurs?
He kills it. He's zoomed in.
14th place Spurs. Are you trying to hype them up?
Huh?
Know what I mean?
Damn, hyping
up.
You're really doing the most for
hyping up for goals.
Won't even dap up
Hyping up
African-American
14th
child, bro.
Listen, he's not on my club anymore though. So at least we don't need to do that.
Yeah, so why you keep talking about him? Why do you keep bringing him up?
You are the one that's listen. I mentioned him because he's not even met his target yet. Can he get his target? Then we won't mention him. I won't mention Gallagher until he gets his 12 GA.
Wait, hold on. Ahmed, sorry. What is Enzo's GA on now?
He's on 10 GA currently.
And Gallagher's target was 12, which you got last year, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tell him to get his 12 GA, and I won't hear him mention it.
I hear it. I hear. Hold on, Oliver. And we shouldn't gas up him scoring against Spurs because they're not good.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, I hear it. So
Gallagher did that too.
No, hold on, CB. Let me land to this. So since we're having standards, right, and we shouldn't lower our standards, why did you lower your standards by gassing up what Gallagher did at Palace?
Thank you. I gassed up what Gallagher did at Palace because Gallagher was at a mid-table club doing big things. So respect that, man. You know, so you know, listen, Enzo found his level at River Plate. But hey, let's speak about that, do we?
Enzo won the World Cup. Enzo won the World Cup. What are we talking about?
Enzo literally won the World Cup and 2 Copa.
Literally won the World
Cup. Wait, I got something to show.
You know, it's interesting because I don't want to say. I just wanted to say it's interesting because I'm not the one that's bringing up the comparison today. I said, good job, Enzo. You are the ones that want to do this. But so listen, if you want to listen, I'm here to end the story. At the end of the day, who's got more goals and assists right now in the league as the Chelsea player? As the Chelsea captain, who has got more goals and assists? No, we don't need to do this long-winded nonsense. Let's finish the story right now. Who has got more goals and assists? Gallagher's got more goals and assists. Until otherwise, Why are you talking to me right now?
Ahmed,
Now we're
right.
playing as number 10 versus Enzo playing as
Thank you.
6.
Ahmed, you know what? No, Ahmed, you know what? You're right. And like you're saying, what Gallagher did at Palace was doing well at a mid-table club, right? But Spurs are one of our biggest rivals, and Chelsea have not won a big game this season except playing Spurs.
I can't lie to you. Spurs are not a big game.
I'm landing. Let me finish. And well, I don't view them as a big game, but this fan base does. So beating Spurs is something that our fan base enjoys doing, especially since we can't beat like Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, City. So scoring against them home and away, that should be something that you should praise Enzo for doing, right? Because without his,
I gave him credit though, but I did give him credit. Listen, I'm always I will listen. You can criticize me for being a dickhead sometimes, but there's one thing I do. You know what I mean? But listen. One thing I do when I'm wrong, I always say the other part. I give the guy credit. Kukure is a good example. I gave Kukure credit.
Wait, when you're wrong,
long did that take
hold
you?
on, no, Marshall.
When
You're guys, listen what he said.
Do we have to do?
No. Listen to what he said. When I'm wrong, I give the other guy credit. So why didn't you say you're wrong about Adalo?
What do you mean? I agree. I agree. I said, I don't know, but my take on Dallo was always that I wanted him to be my backup, bro. I always said he wanted him to be a Dallo.
Yeah,
no, I never
pay 50 mil for a backup.
I wanted 30 million for Dallo for backup.
Yeah,
that's what PC paid for Gusto.
Backup.
No, but that was before we had Gusto. That was before we had Gusto, by the way. Keyword. Last season, yeah, because Reece James was about to leave. Because remember, Reece James, we had come to the agreement at that time, or I had come to the conclusion that Reece James was not going to make it out of the drama.
That's fair, Ahmed.
Yes.
Marshall,
Did you apologize for being wrong about Kukurea because he's world class right now?
Yes, I did say that.
He already has.
Yes. Why would I not do that? In fact, I made sure that he was in the team of the season so far on American Waffle.
Prime. It only took 9 months of pure pressure on every stream from every different channel to pure pressure him after 9 months for him.
So so you see, this is the problem, right? If whenever I say I had wrong, I'm now getting told I have to be pre-profit for X amount of months.
I'm just asking the question because I didn't know that you put him in the team.
Yes.
Can I point one other thing out? So we're gonna do the GA thing, sure. So I compared Gallagher's season when he was at Chelsea, right? When he was playing the defensive 10, and Enzo Fernandez, right? So can I point? So
I mean, that's what he
was doing. That was what he was. One was a defensive 10.
That is literally an example of what
10.
happened to the game I love.
Can I share screen for a second? I'm gonna show stats, just stats. Don't worry, it's nothing bad.
Hopefully.
Wait, you're not sharing your screen.
One second, I'm gonna do it.
Should be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you show your screen?
Bro, I don't know. I'm just trying this out.
You do share screen, and then he has to allow you to present it or not.
Is it working? Good.
Yes, it is.
Am I sharing?
It is, but it's not letting me. Oh, this is dumb.
Should let you present it, bro.
Okay, there you go.
That was weird.
So this is Gallagher.
Mirror. There you go.
So we're gonna count how many points Gallagher, in a sense, won us last season, right? Or helped. Significantly.
Can I ask you a question? Listen, again, I don't think CP is engaging with my argument. I didn't talk about points gained. I talked about specifically goals and assists.
Yeah, and we're
because the reason you're not engaging my argument because you're bringing up points gained and points lost. I talked about Gallagher gave me 5 goals, 7 assists. That's equal to 12 GA essentially, right?
Yes.
I told you until Enzo can get the minimum of that, if not more.
You're such a fraud.
That's it. No, but I said that. I said that earlier, and I said that now.
No.
Don't do that.
Such a fraud.
I said that already.
No, you don't do that because you are sitting here literally pretending that Enzo doesn't get robbed of assists all the time. And then you're making it seem that Conor Gallagher is creating all these chances and he also gets robbed of assists, which is absolutely not true. If you look up the expected assists from Enzo Fernandez versus Conor Gallagher, it is night and day. So you're going to sit here and pretend that you're going to sit here and pretend that Enzo Fernandez does not get robbed of assists all the time. If he had a clinical attack,
Conor Gallagher
had so many more
Raheem the
assists.
Dream Sterling. Conor Gallagher had Raheem the Dream Sterling. And Nicholas, I think I like to call him Totti Jackson. So, listen, hey.
Oh, now he wants to
keep being shameless. They're pushing through you, bro.
Ahmed, saying that Conor Gallagher had Raheem Sterling, that's not a defense of Conor Gallagher at all. Raheem Sterling will shoot, Jadon Sancho won't.
Yeah.
I actually would disagree. I think Raheem Sterling is worse than Sancho. I'll be honest.
No, he's
Yes.
Not
For real.
No.
I'll be
Raheem
very
Sterling
real.
will get you more.
Raheem Sterling is worse than Sancho. Listen, listen. Raheem Sterling is worse than Sancho. Listen,
for Chelsea. No.
that's it, man. Listen,
He
man,
might be
you're not
worse
gonna
as
do.
global
Listen,
player, but he
I'm
gets
not
the
getting
outputs.
today. I'm not getting convinced. I'm not being convinced
How many
today.
goals did Cole Palmer get last season, by the way? How many goals did he get?
He got 25, no? Wasn't it?
22 goals and
Oh,
11
sorry,
assists in the league.
Yeah, we had a very good scoring wing on the right. How many good wingers do we have now in attack? Who can score? I mean, sorry.
I'll probably say Madueke
How many goals
currently.
did
Madueke is a good winger. He's
the
probably
last goal
scored.
Madueke
Madueke is currently doing just as good as Sterling was doing basically last season for us. In terms of,
Take away the Wolves
you know
game.
what I mean? You know, it's interesting. You know, you keep talking about the Wolves game, but you know what I mean. What about your boy Caicedo today? Did he get a goal disallowed? Yeah, how that you fraud, Ecuadorian fraud. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? This is the level we're dealing with, bro. This is the level we're dealing with, bro. You see what I'm
You need
saying?
to realize something. Bring everything you want. I will always win.
Because on the right wing, right? Last season we had Palmer at 22 goals, right, in the league, right? And this season we can say, let's say Madueke, he's at 7, so that's a 15 goal difference right now. Yes or no? So
I agree, but then you can make the argument that your 10 has become better, no? You would argue 10 has become better because I agree that Palmer is better than Gallagher.
Stinks. Agreed, bro.
No.
Agreed,
Listen,
Gallagher
I wouldn't
was
see.
yes.
See. So
Gallagher
basically, it balances the thing.
What?
Basically, balance is the thing, right? You guys say you had a shit 10 last season and a really good right winger. I'm saying you have a mediocre right winger now and a good 10. So what should that not balance out what you missed?
Yeah, I know, but talking about assist stuff, like Cole Palmer, I think robbed Enzo of 2 assists in that Southampton game.
No, we're not even doing that, Chris. You're going too deep into that rabbit hole. We could have just gone straight to the thing where Conor Gallagher had a better goal scoring winger on his right, no? And on his left, because statistically, Sterling has scored more goals than Jadon Sancho and Nkunku in the league last season, right? And Palmer scored more than Madueke. So Gallagher should have got more assists because he was in the 10.
Now, yeah.
At the end of the day, mate. Listen, my argument will still stand. When the 12 GNA happens, don't worry, guys.
Out of games.
When the 12 GNA happens, okay, man. Listen, don't worry, man. Brentford on Sunday. Brentford on Sunday. I look forward to the GA in that game. You know what I mean? Legia Warsaw on Thursday. I look forward to the GA. You know what I mean? Ipswich on Sunday again. I look forward to getting destroyed on next week Sunday. When he scores, when I get the 12.
Oh my God! Can you just stop talking for 2 seconds? You love the sound of your own voice, don't you?
No, man, because my argument is strong, and you don't want to hear my argument. That's the only reason why.
No, we heard your argument. It stinks, bro, and I just
Don't
don't like
worry,
to smell
bro.
shit in my house.
It's like Gallagher. It stinks like Gallagher.
Don't worry, man. Listen. Don't worry, man.
Is it just the Prem, right? Or
Comparing a World Cup
Yes.
to a road runner.
It's
It's
just the Prem.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Have some
All right,
shame.
cool. No, that is fair. Do we not also factor in systems and positioning?
No, he doesn't want to do that.
I don't care. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm sorry.
I know you don't. Can I just finish? Because last season, we know Gallagher got a much freer role under Poch, playing as the 10, while Palmer was shunted out on the wing. As opposed to Enzo this season, he's had to play as an 8.
The headless chicken roll.
At times, he's had to play as a DM.
No, we're not going to count systems. No, I agree with Dom.
Oh my God! I just looked this up.
You know why we're not going to count systems? Because when we're going to compare Enzo and Gallagher's stats for this season, I'm not going to count systems. I'm not going to count managers, right? And Gallagher has 2 goals and 2 assists this season for Atletico Madrid in the league. So since he doesn't want to count systems, he's counting. It's going to be disingenuous.
No, but he's using Gallagher last season to Enzo this season. So I'm just trying to be fair. Are we not going to include systems as well?
That's the normal way.
I would expect Enzo to get a lot more goals last year playing with, I expect Gallagher to get more goals last year and assists, playing in a free role for one, playing attacking football, and playing with Cole Palmer, who was scoring and assisting for fun.
This
as opposed
is
to
insane.
this year, as opposed to hold on, Marshall. As opposed to this year, when we've had our two strikers be injured for like 2 months, Palmer went to a 3-month goal drought, and Enzo's had to play as an 8 and at times as a DM, and he's still been able to get goals and assists. So I'm just saying, we're being fair. Let's actually be fair on it with this.
All right, fair enough. You know what? That's fair. You know what, Prime? That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that.
You want to see? You want to hear something crazy, guys?
Unlike you guys, I'm actually trying to have an actual conversation with Ahmed. By the way.
You know what, Prime? That's fair. You know, Scott. You don't get a question. You don't get a question. You don't run the show. You know, you don't get a question. You don't get a question, Scott. You know what?
You shut up. You shut up. You shut up.
Let me ask you a question.
You be quiet.
We've just beat Tottenham 1-0 and we spent 20 minutes talking about fucking Conor Gallagher. Why?
I was going to say.
It's the Ahmed,
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Please
about it.
Please don't do that. I never brought it. Listen. I never brought up Gallagher today.
Scott,
I didn't speak about Gallagher today.
The reason I brought it up. So Scott, sorry, I brought it up. I'll tell you why.
This comes from the wars you start.
So I brought it up.
Don't do that. If I don't speak his name, you brought it up. Please.
No, you would have brought it up yourself.
No. So Scott, I
didn't talk about Gallagher today. Don't do that, bro. Why would I talk about him?
You would have brought it up yourself.
No, I wouldn't.
I look at your stats, Ahmed. Expected Conor Gallagher. God damn, bro. Are you just gonna railroad all stream, or are you gonna listen to anything anyone says? All right. If you can actually hear me explain, besides railroad every single time anyone has, I got 5 words in before you started barking like Gallagher, bro. This starts from the war that you started. You started this comparison of Enzo versus Gallagher. So today, when Enzo has a man of the match performance, it's going to get brought up. Just like last season, when Raheem Sterling has a goal or an assist, it got brought up. Why? Because you started a war. So my man, if you're going to start a war, you have to stand on business.
Yeah, so Scott, I brought it up today because during yesterday's stream, actually, you and Marshall
Sorry, CP. I'll let you go after this. I'll let you go, CP. This is shit refereeing because I didn't bring up Gallagher today. Firstly, I actually gave Enzo credit in the stream today, and then Gallagher's name got brought up. So yeah, do whatever you want to say, but I did not bring him up when I actually gave the player credit. So don't do that rubbish. And secondly,
this starts from a war that you started.
Secondly, my war was about goals and assists, and he had to finish above it. Has he finished above it? Yes or no? No. So until that happens, why are we bringing this up?
Like what? I actually respect your football takes, but when you literally dumb it down to goals and assists, you are being shameless. You are actually being shameless because I know that you, Ahmed Abdi, Mr. Bridge Nation that is currently collapsing under pressure. I know that you know that football is so much more than goals and assists. I know that you know that. And I'm going to bring up other statistics outside of goals and assists that I find to be shocking that Enzo is actually better than Conor Gallagher. But I'm letting the conversation flow. Go ahead.
All I wanted to say is I admit I brought it up today. And the reason why I brought it up is because yesterday's stream when Marshall was going through the news, we're having a talking point about Madrid bidding for Enzo. And I said, I don't think we should sell him, and I don't want to because of different profile. And he says, he's not even better than Conor Gallagher. I would want to sell him. So and that was yesterday.
It gets so brought up.
Today,
so when Ahmed brings it up, it's okay. But when we bring it up, it's not okay. I'm just saying. It's, this is what I mean. You say shit refereeing. I say I'm being fair. I'm that fence sitter that everyone keeps accusing me of.
Why did the refereeing come?
Yeah. I mean, because I have what do you mean? What? You know what, Chris? You know what? No. Chris, you get a yellow. For yellow for negligence.
Sticking on the injured player. Man.
Yes, yellow for negligence.
Is this injured?
Player, bro.
He's
got his knee surgery. What's wrong with you, man?
I had no ACL.
Also, before we move on, Ahmed, when you got sent off, right? Did you notice what Marshall did? And he said,
I know what he did.
Like a dog. I heard that. That's what I'm saying.
There's certain. That's what they used to call some of my ancestors, man. But we
don't do this. Man. Don't do this. Don't do this. I ask you to stop. You keep doing it. Don't do it.
Okay, sorry.
Because if it does stick, I'm coming after
It can
you.
stick, yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Exactly.
you had that prime. You had it here, prime.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
but I do.
I ask
Yeah,
you.
Marsh done out
So
here, man.
let me back up Marshall in this. So the reason why he carded Chris here is because we got to make sure when we have an agenda, we have one guy who's not, of the agenda, so then we don't look like we're agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Wonderful guy.
I'm saying you gotta get the white guy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the white guy one yellow card. So then when he gets the colored people, it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
do
begging for a
this.
red card.
oh my lord.
Anyways.
Okay, chill.
You know, I was looking at this. This is from this season. Even defensively, Enzo Fernandez has bigger numbers, more numbers than Conor Gallagher, which I found to be really shocking. More tackles committed, more tackles won, tackles in the defensive third, more, tackles in the midfield, more, tackles in the attacking third, more. Like, overall, defensively, he's doing more actions and completing more actions than Conor Gallagher, who is a defensive attacker.
What about
It's
his
insane.
goals?
And you know what, Chris? I'm glad you asked, because this is the part that I was telling Ahmed, don't do this. Because when you look at the expected assists, 5 versus Conor Gallagher's 1 this season. It is insane how often Enzo Fernandez gets robbed an assist. So when you want to sit here and say, GNA, he needs to get 2 more GNA. Well, I'm telling you right now, he's probably going to get 2 more GNA. If he were to get 2 more goals and match it, you're going to be shameless and say, well, he doesn't have as many assists.
No, I won't.
I already know your game.
You can make me full screen.
You probably
can make
will.
me full screen. You can make me full screen. This is you did for
I'm not
Korea
making you
and
full screen.
No, because you did for Korea and I stood on business for Korea. Don't do that.
Look at these passes into the final third this season. 123 for Enzo Fernandez, 32 for Conor Gallagher. What are we actually talking about?
Korea basically plays fullback for them. I don't know if you've noticed when he plays
He
back
plays
for
wing, doesn't he?
No,
Oh
he
my
actually,
God,
he
it's like you're making
actually,
excuses.
he actually plays.
And you know what?
fullback. No,
I'm gonna
actually
be
giving
even
him
more fair. I'm gonna
I'm
put
giving
up
wait,
Conor Gallagher last season.
I'm actually gonna give him a little bit. I'm actually gonna give him a little bit of pushback only for this season because I actually do like if you actually watch him play, he does really play a very, very defensive under with Atletico. But at the end of the day, listen, I'm gonna tell you right here. If you wanna make it full screen, it'll be actually helpful for your chords, yeah.
Nah, dude.
Once he gets the 12 GNA, I will be here in front of everyone and admit it plain as day. Don't you worry about that, Chief. And listen, again, you got a good game to do it, bro, because you got Brentford and Ipswich, bro.
I just
If
need
there's any games where you can get an assist, bro, genuinely, it's Brentford and Ipswich, bro. No cap.
Ahmed, I have a question. Can I say this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say he gets an assist against Brentford and Ipswich. You're not allowed to say, well, it's only Brentford and Ipswich because you just.
I won't say that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, listen, I'm recorded here, so I can't say that.
Okay.
I know.
But why did you say that about Spurs?
I can't lie to you. Spurs is 14th, bro. They're worse than those two teams. I'll probably argue, bro. Even though
Looked up last season, by the way.
Because even though yes, Ipswich is below them. Yes, but I feel like Ipswich has been like for promotion side, they've been a solid promotion side. That's why I'm giving them credit.
I don't view Spurs as a big game. You don't view it as a big game. But the general consensus is Chelsea Spurs.
I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yes.
Okay.
Even
so you have
last
to give him
season.
credit for scoring in a big game.
I can't.
You know. I don't understand why Marshall is showing me the statistics, knowing that I'm just doing a agenda piece right now. Why are you showing me this, big man?
So
you know this is
have an
agenda piece.
agenda.
This is for
Wednesday show, man.
So you admit you have an agenda.
Come on, bro. Oh my god.
So you
I
admit it.
can't believe he did not realize the whole point of this was the agenda.
No, I just want you to admit on camera you have an
You
agenda.
are one of the. Listen, I would consider you probably one of the closest mates I have online. How could you not hold
You know what?
No.
For this,
an agenda.
just tell the world you have an agenda. Go ahead. You have a Gallagher
we know
agenda.
Ahmed.
Yes, the little trendy agenda that's what I have against Enzo. He knows this too. Why are you
Okay.
Marshall?
So there you go. That's all we need. That's all we need.
Listen, it's the same agenda I had against your career, bro. You would have known this.
We knew.
No. It's fine. Listen, I knew. I just needed to show. I needed something to show people.
On my own chat, I say it's an agenda.
To show people. I just
But
need
on my own
something to show
chat,
people.
I've said it's an agenda.
You know?
These guys
Whenever I have any chat, try to whenever you have a serious conversation, or anything, I just show them the clip. Agenda merchant. That's
all
what I'm
right
saying.
then. All right, so
5 points of identification. Ahmed right there.
all right then.
There you go. What the fuck were we talking about?
Sally
Scott.
Gallagher.
Spurs.
You know what? No. Let's wind it back. Scott, you've been in the backseat listening to this nonsense. I'm sure you probably have ear cancer by now, and I'm really sorry about that. But go ahead, man. Tell us about the game. What do you want to talk about? I'll be right back in a minute. Scott, are you even there? Are you alive?
I was on mute. By the way, if I cut off at any point, my internet's having a fucking mare tonight, so just bear that in mind.
Gotcha. Go for it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a very good game. Thought like Tottenham didn't get close to us, apart from the times we gave them the ball. And like the last 10 minutes where we like really sharp shot. Didn't think there were too many negatives to be honest on the game. Like I thought the first half there was like a few players that didn't really do as well as I hoped. Like I thought Enzo started really slow. I think the fullbacks, like both of them, didn't really offer anything going forward. Like they were good. It's not that good. They were getting forward, but like the final ball was terrible. But then second half it was way better. Like I think everyone performed outside of Sancho. Like I thought, ironically, he had a better first half than second half. Cole still stinks.
Cole offside took the
Cole
Caicedo banger, bro. He could
not
hold
even
that.
just the offsides, he's just shit. But outside of that, like it was very good. Like Caicedo was excellent. I thought Palmer was excellent. Best player for me, like best attacker on the pitch. I thought Neto was good, offering like a decent amount down the side and like had some good crosses. Just like a shame that we didn't really have anyone to get on them. I thought Jackson was good as well. Like you immediately saw the difference he makes having him up front, like compared to anyone else we have in the team. Like just manhandling Romero and Van der Ven again. Yeah, like I said, I don't really have too much else to say. Like I thought it was a very good performance. Tottenham didn't lay a glove on us, but that is like the worst Tottenham team I think I've ever seen. And that's saying something. That Tottenham team is shit. And yeah, if it wasn't for Vicario and a little bit of our own shit finishing, we win that game like 4-0.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree. No, we were dominant this game. It's unfortunate the result was what it was. And this is like going back to the game and Ahmed's assessment. One thing I disagreed on, Ahmed, is the fact that you gave praise to Nani, but didn't really give much praise to Jackson. Even though I think both kind of fulfill the same in terms of like what they provided to the game. I think Jackson, you saw today, I don't think it was much of the same. I kind of agree with what you're saying. Like we went back to what we were before Jackson left, but what we were before Jackson left, I'm at a point right now, like, yes, it'd be nice if Jackson scored, but we're not a team that when Jackson's in, Jackson gets us goals. We're a team that when Jackson is in, the team scores goals. That's kind of how I see the team this season so far. And we need that. I just think we need someone that's going to cause trouble, that it's going to elicit a counterattack, that's going to link up the play and make the attack a lot more fluid. And today, bro, anyone that tells me that we still look shit, that
no, we don't look shit. Of course not. Yeah, I agree.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not. I'm going back to this, for example. I think you're full of shit. Because if you can't see the staunch difference between what we look like today with Jackson on the pitch versus what we looked like against Arsenal,
bro, we were a lot more direct, bro.
That's the thing, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure all of us here would agree, right? We knew once Jackson comes back in, once Madueke comes back in, I think our performance levels were always going to be better, right? I don't think anyone here would deny that, right? I think that's all. I think for me the question is going to be, because like I think the thing about this game is, yeah, big up to Enzo for obviously like showing up and when we needed a goal, right? But then at the same time, we need to be a little. Listen, I know I hate to use this, even though it's a win. It's also a poor Spurs side, right? This is probably one of the worst Spurs sides we are gonna face, right? But then
you're not wrong. But it's a derby.
It's a derby, right? But we know it's also the big fixture is the one that's coming on Sunday. If that makes sense.
Yes.
I hate to put it like that.
But okay, hold on. Can I say this though, real quick? Is it though? Because
in terms of what we're gonna face,
absolutely.
Brentford's home record is horrible.
But our record away at Brentford is also horrible. That's the point.
Yes.
That's the point.
And also, hold up, and also, Brentford are going to be playing a low block against us.
Yes,
like
that's the only difference,
low
right,
block.
right, Marshall? And that's the thing that we've also struggled against. That's probably what I'd say. That's why, like I say, it's going to be a bit more of a.
If every team played against Spurs like us, I guarantee we would be like top 4 easy.
If we face
definitely matter what
the way we were playing against Spurs, bro, is remember it wasn't like almost one of one like Wolves, but it was like essentially that era of football that we were playing. Right, the last time I think we won against Brentford was a guy we actually spoke about, you know, in the last show we had, Ben Chilwell Daka. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Last time we won away, yeah.
Because that's what
we beat them at home this season.
Yeah, but like obviously that's the last time we actually beat them away, if I'm not mistaken. So again, because do you remember the game last season?
That's the only time we beat them away, Ahmed. I think.
Oh snap! Do you remember last season, by the way, away at Brentford? Like I think it ended 2-2, didn't it? Like I remember Jackson missed like Jackson missed like a nasty chance. I remember this game because like we were watching on Discord, and I think either I crashed out or Marshall crashed out in that game because of one of them passes Jackson missed. Because we were about to lead in the game basically, because like we actually because the Sarcasm equalized to make it 2-2. I remember because I was picking up the Sarcasm.
Wait, which was it, home or away?
It was away. It was away.
All right, I'm gonna look this up. It was Brentford, right?
No, it was a watch along. It was a watch along between when me and you were watching together on Discord. That's why it wasn't like a aftermatch review.
But it was Brentford, right?
Yeah, Brentford away. Yes.
I'm gonna look back at the highlights because I need to know what I said. Was it a touch? It might have been a touchy agenda, and I just crashed out.
Yes, I remember.
Jackson was so touchy last
because I remember me and you. Because I remember you crashed out, and I was like, I was on my face was in my hands at the time. I remember that one. It's like, but
no, Jackson last season proper pissed me off.
Yes. So like the point I'm just trying to make, like so the thing for me is that fixture at the end of the day is listen, Dak is gonna be back probably. Madueka's probably gonna be back in the starting lineup. Reece James is gonna be back in the starting lineup. Our team's gonna be even stronger than it was right now. If you're being honest, obviously barring Afafana, right? But that's the fixture I'm looking at. Like, can we break down the low block? Can we, with the positivity in terms of performance that we will have with Jackson Madueke, will that equate to us getting, you know, a win, essentially? Does that make sense? Because I know, obviously, Sancho didn't essentially let a goal in, technically speaking, but, you know, he did technically let in a goal. That makes sense. But, you know, we're going to have to score goals. So we are going to have to, on some point, Jackson, we needed to at least get a goal for us. You know, whether it be a Brentford game, an Ipswich game, or any of the remaining games afterwards. You know what I mean? Even though, yes, I know he performs well in terms of the other stuff that he does, but we are gonna, at times, there's gonna be times in that game where he's gonna get the big chances, bro, and we need you to at least put away one, bro.
I think it's a case of two things. I think it's a case of two things being true. Like, Jackson's presence in the team definitely makes us better, and you don't even have to look at just the general play of the game today. You can even look at the goal that Enzo scored, where Jackson had effectively distracted Romero and Van de Ven and left Enzo free. I'm not going to give him the most praise in the world for it because, you know, it was really his presence being there rather than any kind of great movement. But regardless, you know, that does help the team. But at the same time, to your point, you know, when those chances land, you got to take them. And there have been plenty of games throughout his whole Chelsea career, not just this season. You know, I look particularly to the Man City semi-final in the FA Cup last season, where, you know, his missed chances cost us, and we're in a crucial run of games right now. So
that's what I'm saying, Marshall. Like,
as much as we can. It was a touchy.
You remember? It's in a see.
Yeah,
you remember
saw
now?
It again. I just got mad again.
Yeah,
that was.
See,
that was
you remember?
He missed an open net.
Yes, I remember. I remember that
because he took an extra touch instead of shooting it, and then when he shot it, by the time he shot it, because he took that extra touch, there was who was it, Mbumo or who? I can't tell. Someone was back there to defend it. Maybe I think it was Pinnock. I lost my.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, see, I remember quite well.
Much
but like,
I could tell from your face, you were. I remember. I
just saw it again. I just relived it. I got hot flashes. I was like, whoa.
Bro, I think wasn't that also within the run of games where we lost to the relegation sides too? I think that
yes, it was the Brentford. It was the last part of the games. I remember because that's why I remembered Brentford, because we ironically have got them in a similar period. We've got them now in a similar period. Yeah,
within those run of games where we had just lost to the relegation teams, face off of Brentford. We're like, oh, finally, we're gonna get a win. And we ended up
because it's like because remember we've now got them in a similar vein of like fixture list in terms of like you've got them. Then you got Ipswich, and then I forget who's the other team that you mentioned, Marshall.
We have We have
Everton.
Brentford, Ipswich, we have Fulham, and then we hit Everton.
Yeah, right. So essentially, you've got a similar ilk fixture list here. Obviously, Fulham and Everton are not going to be on the same level
I
of
think
like
Everton were at home,
Sheffield
though.
United,
We're at home.
like a Sheffield United and Burnley, right? But essentially, it's a similar ilk fixture list, if that makes sense. But this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at because there's going to be times, bro, where it's like in this game, Jackson's going to get a big chance. I look at again Everton away is a good example of that, right? Then the other game that we had after that as well, where you know those are chances where it's going to happen, where he's going to get the ball.
Sorry,
We need you, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Can I ask a question? What chance are we talking about?
The Brentford one or?
The one he hit the post.
Wait,
mean
wait,
the one
no. That hit his leg. That
Yeah, his leg. No, that hit his arm. That would have been a.
Are you talking about the
no,
Brentford one or today's game, Scott?
Today.
I'm like because we keep talking
He
about
didn't get a
Jackson. I'm
good chance
confused.
at
What chances are we talking about?
He
that
had
he
the,
missed
in the
today?
first like 5 minutes, he had that chance
No,
where
no,
the
that
one
hit his leg.
off of him, you mean?
Which one- one more time?
The
The
defender
one
hit
that
his
got
leg.
kicked off of him, yeah? That he has no way of reacting.
No. It was the other one, bro. You know when he cut.
I don't know what other chance you're talking about, to be honest.
He had one chance.
Oh,
no,
the one where he hit a curler and it went over the bar.
Yeah, that went over the bar. That's the only chance.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I'm like, I don't understand this.
Oh,
conversation
yeah.
about Jackson today in terms of his finishing. Like there are games I can understand it. This is not.
I
the
was kind of
game.
confused
This
about it
was
too. I
not
ain't
it for
gonna
me,
lie.
yeah. This was not it for the finishing.
Like,
yeah.
He had one chance, like clear chance, where he like it was like Cena says he tries to curl it top bins, which I thought when he hit that, I thought that was curling top bins, and then it just kept
Yeah,
rising.
it wasn't that far off, to be honest.
But like before, outside of that, the only thing that annoyed me about the one of the start was his second touch, where he touched it down off his foot, because like it just lets the Vicario come in. But like,
Unless you
outside of
mean
that,
the weak volley, where he kind of doesn't get a good
Nah.
foot on it.
It's not really a clear chance.
Actually,
yeah, like,
when
the
Jackson
only
did the
chance
step over his
he
man,
really has
I'd
to clear is that one he curls over. That's one.
I think
chance
that volley he's shooting into he's shooting towards a crowd, so it could
Yeah,
go in,
towards
but it's
the
not
crowd.
clear.
Yeah, because I think today,
remember
like,
when Jackson did the step over thing and just tried to take it off there. That part, that annoyed me.
Oh
a little
my
bit.
I think today it was
Go
just like I don't think Jackson did good in everything else. I just don't think he got many chances today. So I was kind of just gonna
No, that's
disagree
what
with
I'm
you on
saying.
that. But yeah, I don't think today was the game where I'm looking at Jackson and saying, "Bro, you should have scored today." Like maybe that first opportunity. Outside of that first opportunity, he didn't really have much.
Which opportunities?
But you know,
The one where the ball just got kicked away from him and he hits
That's
the
not but that's not on him.
Yeah,
that's
but
on
that,
yeah.
yeah,
he's a good
like,
defender.
because- the defender kicked at him, so like you can't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
swerve it with your leg, can you?
But
Like,
you know,
it's,
listen, we did give him his credit. You know that his presence on the pitch and what he can bring
yeah.
outside of the goals that
Exactly,
made us
yes.
better because just cast your mind back a few weeks ago when we had literal holograms up front that wouldn't do anything. Like it was definitely a lot better today. You can't lie to yourself on that one.
100%, bro. If you think Nkunku was going to improve the game, you're like,
No, not as a striker.
yeah. But another thing we should talk about, yeah. Obviously, if we talk
But
about
before you
attackers-
move on though, like I will say, like because guys just mentioned Nkunku, I am so glad that player did not touch the pitch today.
I mean, who is he going to be replacing anyway to even touch
Jackson,
the pitch?
he would have came off for Jackson. The fact
mean-
that KDH saw the pitch before Nkunku, bro.
know what? We
Nkunku,
need to
that's
be
your
worried about
sign.
Brentford, man.
Find another club.
We
Can't lie to you,
do you remember,
Marshall.
Marshall?
We need to look
Gusto,
at. Go ahead, Oliver. Sorry, bro.
do you remember at the end of the game, Gusto ended the game on the left wing?
Yeah.
I'll be
Honestly,
honest.
Over
that should be
Nkunku.
a sign. Like I don't care at this point. Like early in the season, I had a little bit more sympathy for Nkunku because I was like, okay, it's a little unfair that you're seeing like all these other players get minutes before you do. You should get minutes because you're scoring and all that stuff in UCL, right? But once the Conference League goal started to dry up, or the performances started to dry up a little bit, looking a little ashy, and then all of a sudden, looking at how he played now that Jackson hasn't been on, and then on top of that, getting the news saying that he's looking for more minutes and stuff, like, bro, you have been starting for Chelsea for the past month and a half, and you've done fuck all except for Southampton. That's it.
All right.
Literally.
So if I may,
It's been shit. So at this point, for me, before you go on it, but for me, it's like, bro, KDH got to play before you did. Take the hint now, bro.
but he
Maresca
wanted to
doesn't
leave.
want you
Why
here.
are we acting like he doesn't want it? He
He's
didn't want
taking the
to leave.
hit. Yeah.
He always
No,
wants to
now
leave, bro.
definitely take the hint. I don't want to see him play another minute unless it's Conference League, and even then, I don't even know if I want to see him
But
play.
for me, the argument is like, how can we tell someone to take the hint when they were trying to actively leave in January?
No, but it's just like we gave him a chance. We gave him a chance. His move didn't work out in January. He did the PR about he wants to stay at Chelsea and work for his.
When did he do
whatever.
that?
There was PR in January that
was Vega. No, that wasn't him.
No. It was also Nkunku. Where I'll find it. But
Find it
like,
for me. Yeah, sorry.
There was Nkunku PR. But what were you gonna say?
Enough.
You were saying about.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
I would say, listen, obviously in this game, I don't think you needed them because obviously once you got to like the 70th, 80th minute, bro, there's no need to add in Nkunku to that game. You just want to probably be a bit more defensive, keep your structure there.
We need to have a good press. Imagine, bro, they're on the edge of the box. We see Nkunku jogging to close somebody down.
The problem's gonna be, bro.
I'm good.
The problem's gonna be, bro, when if we're like drawing near no against Brentford and it's like the 75th minute or like the 70th minute, bro, that's all you gotta be like. Please don't make that happen. That's what you gotta be like, yeah. Don't let that happen, bro, because that's when you know, Nina, Nkunku alert, bro. You know that's coming. So you have to hope, bro, the guys score before the 75th minute because you know he's touching the pitch when that happens, bro. Because Gui's not even back yet, by the way. that's the other thing. Like, even if you wanted to put Gui in as a backup, Marshall.
We need to get an update on that, by the way, because he was his initial prognosis was around April to be coming back. So I hope we get an update.
Maybe he's coming back in a different. Maybe it's coming like mid-April. That could be the sitting.
Here you go.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it is early in the month. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I found it.
Oh, Tar, man, much appreciated, bro.
I understand as of today, Christopher Nkunku does not push to leave Chelsea. Nkunku will leave if he is told to, but he's more than happy to stay if nothing is agreed.
Much appreciated, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, this is as the 17th. So this is to me.
Well, you're being told to leave now, aren't you?
It's one of those like, okay, bro, you say this. It's all PR. We know it's PR. Bayern didn't work out, so now you're coming out and saying.
But then what happens if he starts next game? Does that mean we're happy for you to stay? What does that mean, Marshall?
I'll be pissed off if he starts next game.
That's what I'm saying, Marshall. Like, we have to listen. I'm telling you, bro. I don't think he touches the pitch. I'm sure everyone here would agree with me. If we're winning the game and it's the 75th minute, genuinely, because that's when he usually comes on.
I don't think he'll start even like. I don't think he'll start like even with like because we've got our guys back. So unless there's injuries.
Do you think he's going to start Conference League?
There's a chance actually with that, but the league, I think. In the league, I think it's done unless
he's not starting the league unless Jackson's injured again. Unless Jackson's injured again, he's not starting the league. And my other thing would probably be, I don't know. I think in Conference League, the thing about Conference League is, much like our Premier League performances, the performances weren't great. So unless the manager's going to be like, you know what, man, we need these guys to get more game time because they've come back from injury, he might be starting against Legia Warsaw, for example, which we should be beating anyway. But
it's hard. It's actually hard to say because you could point to the fact that against Copenhagen we did actually use a few of our first team options, but the injuries kind of forced that to an extent. Yeah. So it's a wait and see game for me at the moment.
That is true.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing by the way since he's not played for a while, like get him some game time.
I hope he's ready to start against Brentford. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But the way he's getting this much glaze, who would have thought, man?
Honestly, after seeing Sancho,
Can we talk about Sancho, guys? Can we actually talk about Sancho, boys?
Yes.
Bro, he should have scored, bro. He should have scored.
Like,
he should have scored, bro.
Listen, there is never
he
been a
shot.
guy
What are you talking about?
He
should have scored, but he also should have shot.
Well, no, I'm talking about the one where he was literally like, where Vicario had the crazy save, but he should have scored.
Yeah, Vicario had a decent save. I ain't going.
Bro, let me tell you, boys. There's never been a guy that I've ever said 5 million is in the bag already, bro. You know what I mean? Welcome back to Manchester, bro. We're kicking it out your own ends. Legit, bro. We're kicking it out, man. We don't block back. Listen, we're reverting your hood pass. Leave the hood again, bro. We don't want you here, bro. Like, you know what kills me, bro? What kills me, yeah, I know CP probably wants to crash on him here, but just the urgency. What? Urgency and aggression. I don't feel like he's an aggressive player, bro. Like, you know what I mean? The one thing, we hate about, by the way, Kate, it's like, oh, this guy, man, always want to shoot, man. You know what I mean? Why he's not even got half of that, bro. It feels like I'm watching a cage footballer, bro. I swear to God, bro. Is that the type of guys that I watch here in my local park, that just like they just want to beat a man every time, bro. It's killing me, man. And you know what makes it worse? He doesn't even want to be his man these days, bro. Kukurea, he's the ball for you, buddy.
No,
You
yeah.
did a job.
I think today,
Kukurea did a job.
I think today he was like definitely trying to just dribble, and it's annoying because there was a moment where he cut inside, he beats his man, and there's like a gap where you can shoot, dude, and he didn't shoot,
RSM,
and then he ended up losing the ball.
RSM, yes, literally, when we were watching the game, was like, oh, you know what you're trying to do? You're trying to fit the goalkeeper, so then you could just shoot, yeah, and like a little rolling like you do in FIFA. Legit,
There was even a moment, like we were on a counterattack, and Enzo had the ball, because Enzo had won back the ball, and you saw Sancho was wide open on the left, and Enzo didn't pass it to him, and some of us were pissed off on the Discord, but I was like, honestly, I don't blame him.
He's not going to shoot, so what's the point?
They probably wait for the other winger.
He ended up giving it to Neto instead. But it was just like, yeah, I don't really blame him because chances are, knowing Sancho, he's going to get the ball, he's got an open net, and he's going to cut back.
That was a very telling moment because
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but Enzo actually used his weak foot to pass it to Neto. You know, the pass was on for Sancho on his strong foot, and he opted to use his weak foot to play it to the right-hand side.
Yeah, so for me,
and we all know Enzo can play that ball to Sancho. He's got the ability. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Do we though? I just joking.
That was a choice. That was a choice. You know?
Little troll. But I think for me, yeah, it's just I feel like with Sancho, bro, it's the term frustrating. Especially when you hear it from like United fans, it's really true of them. Like
I gotta give it to United fans. They're right
because they're alright, bro. Because like you know. He just, bro, if he just added a little, it's not even like he needs speed, bro. It's just be a little bit more aggressive, bro. And I feel like, yeah, the Prem's yours.
Bro, he does that one thing that pisses me off, or that some people do, where like they get by their man and then they stop to allow the person to catch up. Bro, you already beat it. Just go. You already got by him, bro. Why are you stopping to give an opportunity to the feint? You did it. You won with the little feint. Keep it pushing. Like drive into the space. I'll never understand them, bro. I really don't.
Yeah, no. I've not been a fan of what I've been seeing from Jadon Sancho. I mean, listen. Here's the thing. If you had a gun to the head, told me who would you rather on left wing, Christopher Nkunku or Jadon Sancho? I'm picking Jadon Sancho.
What about Tariq George though? That's one thing I look at.
Yeah, no, Tariq.
Because that's what because you know, listen, yeah, we can hate on Tariq George. You know, we can do the usual common tax thing and everything like that. But I'll be honest, bro, I've seen more from him than I've not seen.
Tariq. Here's the thing with me and Tariq, though. Like, I don't hate on Tariq, but
here's the thing with Tariq. Marshall's a compliment.
But here with Tariq George, though, it's like you could still tell he's raw. You could still tell that like. He's not as good at dribbling as Jadon is. But
you don't need him to be though. I feel like in the league, bro.
But the thing is though, like what I'm trying to get at is that like, sure, Tariq gives you the aggression that Jadon doesn't give you. But unfortunately, he's just not as successful at it. So it kind of evens out to being like, I'm still at neutral. Even though I will admit, in recent games, Tariq has given me more than Jadon because he at least gets like a shot on target or something like that.
You know what I would say though, Marshall? Do you not think
like Nani Madueke Jr. in a sense?
But do you know what I would say about if you have like a guy like Kukurea behind him, a bit more of an old head in terms of like compared to if you compare them age-wise, a guy that can give him the overlap, give him the invert.
Disrespectful.
Give him like the overlap, the underlap. Give him like the
old head, bro.
You know. But compared to him, he technically is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? But like he gives him the inverted role, gives him the overlapping role, right? You at least give a guy like him a bit more space with his speed, with a bit more of his P&P there. I actually think you can get a little bit more out of him, bro, compared to and that would actually make up for like the poor dribbling and stuff like that you're mentioning too. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean. The thing is though, like going back to my analogy, right? Like if I had a gun to the head in Nkunku versus Sancho, I do pick Sancho. But the thing, and that's because Sancho, when you look at Sancho play, you know he has the skills and the ability to do it. It's
like
the
Felix,
execution and the mindset. In a sense, it is like Felix. I just think Sancho is more of a team player than Felix is.
No, I know what you mean, but I feel like it's like Felix in the sense that you see the talent, you know, like everyone keeps going back to this.
Yeah,
famous,
I see what you're saying now.
You know, everyone goes back to
it's like Leao, actually, funny enough. It's like Leao, funny enough. I'm just saying.
Yo!
my
whoa,
God,
CB. But like, no,
It's-
Up,
I'm not
bro.
gonna say
yeah,
anything.
but I just.
CP.
I could go on about it. Kai also supports me now, by the way. So I'm
Wait,
The point-
what's lucky up? What's
leave
lucky
it.
up?
We were
Nothing is
talking
like
about
that. Lau
no,
is
no,
unique.
no. The point we were making, obviously, you just came in right now, Premier, was that we were just talking about how Sancho and Felix are very similar in the sense, yeah, they had that really great, amazing season, bro. Yeah, that a lot of people remember them for, right? But then since they've like essentially come to a bigger club or like moved into the other club, bro,
Not a bad
they've
shout,
never
actually.
really, they've never really been able to, you know, reach that height again, bro. But you can see the talent is still in there, bro, at times. If
I
that makes
definitely
sense.
agree with that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think Marshall was making a joke about how Leao was like that 2 seasons ago, but if that makes sense.
But no, I'm even saying it-
whatever.
I'm just
think
saying in the sense of
Sancho-
like the skill is there, like the techers is there. Like you know that with the right direction, the right guidance, and the right mindset, he can be like a good player, But the shooting, that's the part that like he's just so obsessed with street ball. Like, yo, I just want to meg the man, and so on and so forth.
I
And it's
don't
like,
think-
bro, there's more to football than just looking elegant on the ball. Like Eden Hazard is praised because he was able to do that, but also score goals. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Leao's actually, won a league title, so let's not do that for one.
Yep. Thank you.
Two,
Thank you.
I mean, so has Sancho.
Felix.
No,
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 Felix,
no,
Felix, sorry, my apologies, wrong player,
Felix,
wrong
yeah,
player.
yeah.
Felix, my apologies, my
Sure.
No,
apologies.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Leo was MVP. Felix wasn't. Oh, regardless, with Felix and
Americanization.
Sancho, I just
Sancho made a final, UCL
no.
final.
MVP is literally what they call it in
living
Serie A.
yourself.
MVP.
Americanization, that's what I have to say, man. If you
Okay,
know,
but
man.
that's what they call it in Serie A, whatever. But
I know, I'm
regardless-
just taking a note, bro. You know what I mean, Marshall, man. See what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
well, Ahmed, whatever, I don't care. Regardless, Sancho and Felix, I just think they've both made very wrong moves in their career. They both need to be at clubs where the whole system's built around them to play. That's what Sancho was good at when he was at Dortmund. That's what Felix was good at when he was at Benfica, and for a little period when he was at Atletico Madrid early on. But when they're at teams where they're not the main guy, they're not going to thrive. They're still good technically, like they're still good technical players, but in terms of like that consistency and output, the team's not built for them, then they're not going to thrive the way that people expect them to. And also, I think people just need to come to the realization of they're not the players that you think that they are. When people are having conversations that Sancho needs to do a lot more and take the game at the scuff of the neck, like Hazard used to. They're not. These players are not Hazard. They're not Neymar's. They're not Bale's. They're not that good. They're good technically, but in terms of the actual production, they're not that good. You just need to be honest about that. If Madueke looks better than you, and people will argue and say Madueke is not that good, then there's a massive problem, right? But the whole Sancho thing is what it is. Like 25 mil, we'll flip him for money in like a year or two. He'll probably go to Nottingham Forest or something and replace Alanga. There,
But-
so who cares?
I mean, not that it's gonna happen. I'm just entertaining a hypothetical here, right? Don't you guys think though that like if we did have a system, a different system that maybe had Cucurella overlapping more for Jadon, don't you think that would completely change the way he's been playing? Because let's be real too. Like Jadon for the first 5 games, 10 games of the season, he was nowhere near this bad. He was actually much better than this.
I agree.
in my
it would
opinion.
help them. I agree it would help.
He still
him.
wasn't
You know
shooting
what-
though.
But you know what would also help him, right? And also what would help Neto and Madueke? Having a proper striker up top. But you know what would?
That's a good
Here's
point.
the thing, right? But even within that, how much more are you getting from Sancho? Sancho at best at Chelsea will be a squad player long term. Just being real.
Yeah, I really don't think it's that much because, like, you see, obviously he doesn't get to cut in all the time, but that's what he prefers to do. When he does, the shot still doesn't unleash.
And why am I changing a system for a guy that is not like
Yeah,
for
no, I
Palmer?
get that.
He deserves. If people will say this system doesn't suit Palmer and we should change it, fine. Palmer is worth changing a system for. Sancho is
That
not.
is true.
Yeah, Nigerian Wi-Fi. But
Felix is-
but
Okay.
You know, no. Just to build up upon Prime's point, because like Prime, I can't lie to you. I clip this, guys, right now. Just clip it right now. Nasty clip, but nasty picture, but screenshot. But you know, the thing I wanted to add also is that we live in an era now.
Funny because I'm
where-
making clips myself. So.
You know what I mean? We now live in an era of individuals, man. You know what I mean? We live in an era of of teams, not individuals anymore, right? So where everyone is a cog in the machine to make stuff work and happen, right?
Yeah.
So guys like a Felix, guys like a Sancho, bro, teams are not gonna be doing stuff to make you like, the centerpiece of that team, bro. This is another cog. Do your job.
Agreed. I do want to point out one thing that was pointed out before by this comment right here. I think this is something we do need to discuss because as much as toxic Scott right there, toxic Scott right there. As much as
Brexit Scott,
we want to. As much as we want to exit, oh my God, you got me fucked up, bro. As much as we want to, say this is Spurs and yada yada, we're expecting to win, 14th in the table. Let's not forget they have a lot of goals. They had Solanke, Son, and who was playing on the right? Was it Brendan Johnson? Was Brendan Johnson?
It wasn't. No, Brendan Johnson came on.
Odebert. It was Odebert.
Yeah.
Odebert, yeah.
So like. They still have a decent attack. Let's not be.
Who is that
beat around the
third?
bush.
I don't know who that third guy is, to be honest.
He used to play at Burnley.
He's actually been
Well,
one of
there
the
you
better
go.
players.
And Son's kind of washed. Like at this
He
point.
played.
Yeah.
He played in the under 21s game.
Regardless, though, they're one of the highest scoring teams in the league. So the fact that
I think a
we
lot of
were
that was down to
able-
Brendan Johnson, and he didn't start today.
No, it wasn't down to Brendan Johnson.
And then Kulusevski wasn't playing either today.
Kulusevski is a portion of it, but it's still
Yeah.
not however many goals they have. They have a decent amount of goals. We were able to keep a 1-0, which is something that I've complained about multiple times throughout the season, and I am going to give a little bit of credit to that. We to an extent we did get lucky with the Papa Matasar call, and
Did we?
Sanchez.
Did we? Because it should have been a red. Let's be real, bro.
That was the right
No,
call.
it was a red. It was a red. But if they
I feel like
didn't
we
catch
got
that,
that
that
back.
was going to count as a goal, and that's on Sanchez. And,
Yeah.
and I would have been crashing out on here. But I got to give kudos that Chalaba did have a good game. Gusto, decent game. Cucurella, for his standards, I think he did okay. I think Colwell was the worst of the four in the back there. But
True.
bro, Caicedo, dog. We need to Caicedo today.
Oh my god, yeah.
If Enzo didn't win man of the match, Caicedo, bro, he was absolutely brilliant. Was just not letting these guys do a damn thing in midfield. And just real quick comment before I go to Scott. Enzo Maresca and Moises Caicedo, he's one of the best, if not the best defensive midfielder in the world right now. The best thing about Moy is that every day he's working very seriously. He's very humble and kind. And ladies and gents, I just want to let you know that this is the midfielder that people not too long ago, 2 streams ago, said he's not world class. So I'll just leave that there. Scott,
No, wait, hold on. Who said he's not world class?
I had a comment or two. I had a comment or two
Boy.
saying we don't have world class players in our team.
From this channel.
Yeah, of course.
Did anyone say this on stream?
No, the comment section, I think.
Comment section. Chat,
you
we
face
keeping you
Avi.
accountable too, just like we keep Ahmed accountable.
You face this Avi's in the chat, man. No one cares about you.
Yeah, that's
What did I say?
true.
What did I
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
What did I say? What did I say?
No, I'm just saying we keep chat accountable just like we keep you accountable, bro.
Listen, man. Listen, I always win. That's what matters, man. Thank you.
Speaking of winning, Scott, why don't you think why aren't you giving credit for the 1-0?
Because we played it. Like, I know you said about the Tottenham thing, but like, we had nothing in terms of to do defensively because of how bad they were.
Because of Caicedo, to be
Like-
honest. But yeah, also
No,
a
it
little
wasn't
bit of
just
how bad they
Caicedo, bro. Like that team sucks. Like Odebert was their best attacker. Solanke, I don't know if he had a touch. Son had one chance. It was the chance at the end. He got pocketed by Gusto the whole game.
Yeah.
Caicedo was very good defensively. I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm saying That wasn't a defensive masterclass. Like, Chalobah was decent, but didn't have to do anything really. Like, the fact that he is like stepping out of the defense at times, like he did like towards the end to like body Van der Ven. It's like he can do that because Tottenham were not offering anything. The fact that Colwell was crap today and still didn't cost us. Same with Sanchez to an extent. Like, he wasn't crap, but like it just shows the level of what we were dealing with. Like, I think if that's a better attacking team, then I can hear it. If that Tottenham were that bad, I can't
I hear what you're saying to an extent, because we look at this moment here. Let's be real. We also did get lucky in this. We got to be so honest. This moment.
Oh, I thought, nah, you ain't saving it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this only makes up for the fact that you conceded a near post.
He will save that shot. I know it's not the greatest shot, but he will save that shot and stretch fully out. But then when it comes to like a shot from like miles out, and it wasn't even near post, it was down at his hand. He just didn't react quick enough, and he just powers it into his own net. And he does that. It's not even the first time he do stuff like that as well, like mess up. It's just I don't get it.
I don't know if it was RSM or Prime that I had this discussion with, where like you see the moments like that. We literally talked about that against Arsenal too, where you had like who was it? It was
Trossard?
was it Marino that had a header or a shot at target, and we were shocked that Sanchez saved it.
You mean this season?
This season, like literally the last game, Chris.
Yeah,
we were saying
yeah.
like we were saying
Yeah.
maybe I over exaggerated. I said it was a world class save, but like we're talking about that moment, and I'm saying like, yo, if you compile these moments, there will be a team that looks at Sanchez and says, you know what? As long as we don't give him the ball to pass in the back, he's pretty good, and they'll buy him.
We can hope. We can hope. Hopefully, someone comes.
Then you know, but then I think Prime alluded to this earlier. There's moments like, I know it didn't count to anything, but there was the disallowed goal today. There was the Semenyo shot against Bournemouth. There is, you know, I don't know how proportional it is from one to the other, but there is certainly plenty of bad that you can show as evidence.
Mm-hmm. No, but that's what I mean though. Like you can show plenty of bad as evidence. That's fine. But when you put into context what most of those bad moments are, they're from errors on the set piece, right? Let's be real. Like we're talking Wolves. We're talking what was another game? The Brighton game, right? Where he completely came out for the ball. Like whenever he comes out for the ball and punches the ball, right? He makes errors in those moments. And then you're looking at the other moments where it's like shit passes. Literally shit passing from the back, playing.
No, I'm not talking about the passes. I'm just talking strictly on the like claiming and shot stopping ability.
The claiming, I said that. But when you look at the shot stopping, actually, even the claiming, it's so 50-50. Because
that's what I mean. Like, it's not consistent.
I feel like it's better than it is worse. Because, like, you look at today, for example, when he punched the ball multiple times. There was some times where he's punching the ball out of the air, and I'm like, okay, that was actually a good clear. Like, it was a good clearance. And I think he has more of those than we think. We obviously, when it comes to goalkeeper, it's so tricky because I think people like to focus and highlight the bad moments more than, you know, because they lead to goals more time than not, than the majority of the good moments. What I'm trying to say is, though, is that I think we have enough of a sample size of Sanchez this season where we can scam a deal for him.
That's just but the thing is, it's the nature of the position, isn't it? And like,
I'm gonna have to see it to believe it, mate. I'll be honest.
Like, let's believe the hypothetical here that the Pape Sarr goal gets allowed, and you know that happens today. You know, Sanchez can still make those one or two saves that technically, you know, in reality kept us in the game. He's still getting a 0 out of 10 because of that one moment. That's just the reality of the position. We all know this. You have to be.
I said it. You can't. The further back you go down the pitch, the less errors you are allowed to make. It's that simple, bro.
That's the thing. Like, you know, one error can undo, you know, 15 great moments. Or, you know, maybe that's an exaggeration, but you get what I'm saying.
But that's kind of what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm sure. Because let's also, like, I say scam a deal, but at the same time, I think if you're smart and you're doing your scouting, let's just say, for example, I don't know, I'm a team like, I'm just setting an example, guys. Don't take this like literal. Let's just say I'm Real Betis, and I don't play out the back. I usually, no, that's probably not a good example. What's a team that has like a proper like striker, like maybe Roma, right? Let's just say I'm a Roma. I don't play out the back. I usually just boot it, and I got a striker up top that can bring it down or you know, give space and stuff like that. I don't really play out the back. I need another goalkeeper that is good at shot stopping, because mine right now, I feel like conceded some goals that could have been saved. For 15 mil or 10 mil for Sanchez, I think that wouldn't be a bad deal. He can shot stop, and as long as I don't have him play out the back, I think we're pretty good. Just boot the ball up the field. We got a big striker, or a striker that can, or attacking midfielder that can control the ball in the air, and we'll be okay.
I mean, maybe that's the case.
That's just me being
but
agenda aside, you know. That's just being honest about
listen,
it.
maybe that's the case, and I certainly hope that that's true.
I hope so too.
I want him to be moved on ultimately, but I just looked at some real life. I think to myself, looked at some real life examples. I think about it. Did take Liverpool quite a while to shift Loris Karius, who, you know, his reputation died after the Champions League final when he basically lost.
But I think a lot of that. Don't you think a lot of that, before Ahmed goes, don't you think a lot of it that has to do with the fact that once, because who took over? Was it Adrian? No, it was
Alisson took over.
So they had Mini late. It was Mini late, then Karius, then it was obviously Alisson afterwards.
Who was Alisson's understudy before Kelleher?
It was Adrian.
Adrian. Remember,
Adrian didn't take over.
No, remember, Adrian came off the season after this one because he was still at West Ham, because he was like the West Ham #1, remember?
So my point with Karius is that he just didn't play after that, right?
No, Marshall, they were loaning him out, and like
they were loaning him out. He was at Newcastle at one point, Marshall. You know, he played for the Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. I don't know if you remember that.
Before Dubravka.
Yes, because Dubravka went to United.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
but the problem for me with him, is that you look at this game, for example, great save at the last minute, but at the same time, you allowed a goal to go via your new post, which is meant to be your strong side,
in a long distance one too,
right? In a long distance one too, right? So you know what I mean? It's tomato, bro, right? Great high at the end, but you're starting from so low that what you do there essentially is like a balancing self. You balance yourself out, bro.
In terms of a mistake, it's like, you know, it's everyday business. But in terms of the types of mistakes he makes, that one's an anomaly. He normally
it's not, because Marshall. No, because the thing is, Marshall, because remember, this stuff I've brought up, and I think even Prime's brought up before, the near post issue with him. Like, he gets beaten at his near post quite.
I feel like Jurgensen's gotten beaten in his near post more than him.
No, but you know my thoughts of Jurgensen.
No, it's not true.
But Marshall, you don't need to bring Jurgensen with me, because you know I agree with you. I was not even sold on him when he brought him. So you don't need to give that argument to me. But the argument on Sanchez I'm just trying to have is that his near post thing, is not a 1-time, 2-time thing.
Yeah,
it's
that
a
is
3,
an
4,
issue.
5-time thing, right? You know what I mean? It's like LeBron James, man. Distracts all the time.
I know my camera.
Hold that Westbrook.
I know my camera's acting up, whatever. But Marshall, the reason why I say, again, I'm not saying Jorgensen is a brilliant or world class or solution for us for long term or anything. I'm just saying from like, I mean, I said that earlier in the season, regardless, but he should be playing until the end of the season, because he does the basics well. He doesn't constantly put us into pressure with playing out of the back, and he does not make our defense nervy. When teams face us and they see Sanchez in goal, they know they are good for at least 1 goal in the game, maybe 2. That's too much confidence you're giving. You're giving the likes of Ipswich and Southampton confidence that they can get a result against us because Sanchez is a goal. That's something
it's like the Kepa thing with the confidence on the long shots.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying play Jorgensen, because at least with Jorgensen in goal, teams are not confident that they can get a result because he's there. Jorgensen is competent. Now, is he brilliant? No. Maybe you think he's just as bad as Sanchez. I disagree. The reason why I disagree is because there is no nerviness there. I'm not worried every time Jorgensen has the ball. I'm not worried about, will Jorgensen make a save and play it into the hands of the opposition, or will Jorgensen just concede a stupid goal randomly out of nowhere that he should be saving?
Prime, can I ask you a question? Quickly, bro. Sorry. It's the same thing you're saying right now. I would probably argue, and I don't know if you'd agree with me, even though I don't rate Jorgensen at all either, Jorgensen definitely does not make the back line as scared as they do of Sanchez, bro. It feels like at times, bro, I will say this, even though I don't rate Jorgensen, it doesn't feel like we're fighting, like last samurai battles, bro. Like it's a 1v1 battle, it's over if you're like, if you're going to the defender. If Jorgensen,
and that's why I'm saying Jorgensen is better. And
not only that, hold up, Prime, just to real quick to add on what you said. It's 100% true because everybody knows when a player becomes infamous or something, they start doing it. Like when a player is known to lose their head, the coach will tell you, rile this person up, see if you can get them on an early yellow, etc., etc. When you see Sanchez make howler after howler, the other teams tell, listen, if we pressure him enough, he'll cough something up. That's an issue.
Bro, do you not remember? It was 1920. Do you remember the second half of that season? Teams were just shooting from. I remember we played Palace, bro. They weren't even attacking our goal. They were just shooting from the halfway line. They were just shooting because Kepa was in goal.
Pot shots, bro. They're doing pot shots, bro. They're doing pot shots.
Yeah, stupidly, bro. They're just shooting.
I remember even Burnley did it one time.
Yeah, they're just shooting for no reason because Kepa was there. That's the same thing with Sanchez. That's Menyo goal that he scored when we played Bournemouth. People were blaming. I said earlier, people were blaming Ashington. Ashington did nothing wrong. But Semenyo took that shot because Sanchez is there. Again, the goal that Sarr scored today.
I feel like
Sanchez conceding stupidly because you shouldn't be. And you can say that Jorgensen would have conceded also the Sarr goal. Fine, whatever. But my point is, teams are going to start doing this now because we know what Sanchez is known for.
They're gonna test him, yeah.
And also, I just want to get rid of this guy as well. Like, I'm a believer in the fact that playing him more and allowing these errors is going to depreciate his market.
I completely disagree with that. I completely disagree.
Oh
with
my
that.
God!
Wait. Wow. Let's hear Marshall. I really want to understand why you believe him playing more is going to either maintain or just like increase his value.
Or raise,
I want to hear it.
So, Ahmed, it's not about value. It's not about value. It's about interest. That's what I'm getting.
Let me also just say.
I want to hear Marshall because I think Marshall's before you go. Prime.
I know. But let me just say this: David De Gea, one of the best goalkeepers we've seen in the Prem in the last maybe 10 years.
10 years, last decade, yeah.
Season at Man United, and no one bought him, bro. He left on a free.
Yeah, he's jobless.
One bad season at Man United. So, but whatever.
I mean, it was unemployment.
Okay, first of all, it wasn't one bad season at Man United. It was multiple bad seasons.
Nah.
But yeah, it was. He was on a decline. People wanted him out for a while now. Okay. But and he wasn't even on a decline. He was just United in general. Here's the thing with me and Sanchez. If look at Kepa right now. It took a few tries, right? But when we finally got a loan where Kepa actually was the out-and-out number one, and he got to, even though just recently he had a howler, after that howler, there were still reports coming out and saying Bournemouth are interested in Kepa and are probably going to buy him. So when you look at the whole picture of Sanchez, yes, I've seen keepers and their whole pictures, and they're a lot better than Sanchez. But Sanchez's whole picture actually isn't as bad as people make it out to be. I do think we look at the moments like today where he had that save against Son. If those moments don't bring down his stock, they bring up his stock. Statistically, no one's going to look at the fact that, even though we saw it, I understand that. Statistically, no one's going to look at the fact that he conceded a goal that was disallowed. They're going to look at the fact that he saved a goal that Son had shot. Because that was a play. It was allowed. You look at the fact that he kept a clean sheet today. You look at the fact that he only conceded one against Arsenal last time. There's these little things that, like, his stocks are only going to decline if he doesn't play. There's no world, I don't see a single world where his stocks stay at the same and someone's going to be interested in seeing in buying a player that they have not seen play for a whole season. Why do you think at Real Madrid, mind you, it's Real Madrid, I understand the levels, right? Why do you think that at Real Madrid, he didn't end up staying over Lunin? Why? Because Lunin played more. Oh, and listen, I'm not saying Lunin or Kepa. I'm just saying it finally took a loan where Kepa got to be the number one, got to be on the window for sale for a whole season, and now we finally get to sell him. I'm not saying we're going to make a bank or profit on Sanchez, but the thing is, like, and hold on, I have to also address other things. I'm not saying that I want to sell Sanchez for profit. I'm willing to take a bit of a loss. Let's also be real. Sanchez isn't that expensive compared to the other keepers in the market who are better. Sanchez isn't that expensive. 20 mil. Someone is gonna be willing to put 10, 15, 20, or 10 with add-ons for Sanchez. I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure of it. In a lower league or something.
Season, I don't care.
And he even said, hey, if I'm not the first one, I'm going to find my way out. So we even have Sanchez's backing for him to find his way out. The thing is, he does well at shot stopping and so on and so forth. The things that he does well. And we've seen it. Now, in terms of the nervousness thing, I hear it. I get it. When you have a keeper that you're not confident in and all that stuff, it is gonna ripple into nerves and all that stuff for the rest of the team. But at the same time, I feel like we're playing a lot of armchair psychology and trying to determine if these players are nervous or this around him and not him. Because let's be real, these players know Sanchez. They've played with Sanchez last season. They're familiar with Sanchez. They know Sanchez more than they know Jurgensen. So when you put Jurgensen into a game, what's to tell me they're not just as nervous as when Sanchez is there? Even though I do believe maybe when Jurgensen is there, they're not as nervous. I agree. But it's only going to happen over a course of time where these players maybe start thinking, Sanchez probably would have saved that. How did Jurgensen not do that? Or the error against Villa, like, shit, dude, like we were good. We were going to end with a draw away. And Jurgensen cost us that. It won't take long before that same confidence that you're talking about that they have with Jurgensen is gonna. Someone bring up the
clip. Someone bring up the clip of was it Chalaba or was it who was it?
The Marshall.
RSM.
RSM. We don't even need to do that. We don't even need to do that. Yeah. So I think Marshall's point was him not playing is gonna decrease his value, right? Whether we like to admit it or not, it's gonna plummet him essentially, right? That's your. In general point about him not playing,
generally,
right? And like
it's not going to help us sell him.
And also, like you pointing to the fact that his save against Son is going to be a major stick,
that's just
benefit.
One
right? No, example. I'm giving an example, right? But then by that same token, he's got 5 goals, 5 errors leading to a goal, the most in the EPL. That's a stat that exists. Yeah, he's got the most errors leading to shots on target in the league as well.
This is such a dumb feature. Hold on.
Do you know what I mean, Marshall? Right?
Yes.
So those stats, bro, aren't helping you out either. Then there's also the media.
I said it earlier though. There's context to those stats.
No, but
where are the errors coming from?
That's like you're saying there's context. But Marshall, that's like you're saying there's context to those stats. Are those guys gonna care about the context, bro? When you just read it plain on the sheet. No, they're not. Because when you look at it plain on the sheet, bro, those stats, bro, that is terrible. You then also are going to be watching tapes of Sanchez. When you're watching tapes of Sanchez this season, bro, Marshall, I don't know what to tell you, bro. When a scout watches him for multiple 90-minute games under Chelsea this season, bro, what do you think they're going to be thinking, Marshall? Honest talk.
He's a good shot stopper?
Oh my God, bro.
Am I wrong?
No, because he's getting cooked in the near post every time. So how can he be a good shot stopper?
There is a big flaw to his shot stopping and the near post.
Yes. So and they're gonna do like a severe breakdown on him as a player. Right? They're gonna look at everything.
But I feel like
you mentioned.
I feel like your argument is so disingenuous because you're only focusing on the negative. The scouts aren't gonna only focus on the negative. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, but
and then we have these arguments, and then I sound like a fucking Robert Sanchez apologist.
No,
But the
no,
negatives
but
count,
listen.
count for a lot
But
more
for
than
me,
positives.
it's not just the negatives count for a lot, sadly, and there's also the media feeling about him, right? Not just the fan feeling about him, but what do the pundits feel about him? What do the football analysts in general feel about a guy like Sanchez, right? They cooking, bro, right? And that's obviously excluding then a scout doing his independent.
This is what I'm saying.
No. But then, yeah, but you see, Marshall, let's do this conversation now. The 10 million price tag, yeah? Do you know how much we bought Sanchez for, Marshall?
17 and change?
No,
25.
For 25 million, Marshall.
No, stop it. It's not 25. We disproved this before.
No,
Hold on.
I swear, wasn't the figure 25 million? Why would
it's
he be lying
not.
to you, bro?
It's not. No, you guys are misinformed. It's not that you're lying to me. Hold on. Okay. Chelsea signed Brighton keeper Robert Sanchez to a total fee of £25 million, including add-ons and sell-on clause.
So it was
Initial
20
fee is
million.
20. It's an initial fee of 20 with 5 in add-ons.
Yeah, so again, in general, so we weren't lying. It's still 25 million, but that includes the add-ons, right? Okay, now we don't know if he's hit the add-ons or not. Add-ons again are due to appearances and stuff like that. So
You think?
Listen, we can assume.
Look at his
at
clean
least
sheet
met half.
record, bro.
Yeah, like we can probably like assume that he's met half the add-ons, right? Like because he's the appearances one at the very least. That's happened for sure, Marshall. So let's say it's 22.5 million. Now you're saying it's 10 million pound, right? That's the fee we're gonna get for him.
Sure.
The club we know does not like to operate on a loss. You said this to yourself, right? When it comes to
That's
players,
not necessarily true. They have taken
in general, for
losses.
players they brought, right? The players they brought, though. That's what I'm saying. Not players that they haven't brought, like Ziyech, Koulibaly, because that's what they did last time, right?
Yes.
But the players they have brought, they do not like to make a loss on. Do you realistically think, they're gonna make a loss on? They would be happy to make a loss on Sanchez? Because if they are, believe
As
me,
long as it's
Marshall.
not a big loss, then yes, they'll be fine.
But listen, that's like a 10 million loss, Marshall, on him.
Wait.
Can
I just add to that? You've got to think of the alternative. The alternative is sell Petrovic, who will definitely leave for a profit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that.
I feel sick
Yeah,
of
that's a good point. But
Sanchez.
I do think they'll be willing to take a loss on Sanchez if he were to have a suitor, which I think there are teams that would be willing to buy Sanchez. Because the thing is, no, but here's the thing. Okay, go ahead, Arson.
Not to say, my thing is like I agree. I just think that like we don't, with the whole thing we said about Kepa, for example, we did the thing with Kepa, right? He finally found the team, but he didn't. But in the meantime, while he found the team, he wasn't being an active detriment to our team. This is my issue with Sanchez: is while we are trying to protect his value, he's actively being a detriment to our team. And when you said,
is not any better.
No, but the thing is, no, hold up.
We're stuck between a rock and a hard place, Arson.
No, he is. No, he is. My thing is, like, I don't think that he's a world beater. I don't think he's levels clear. But when you are literally costing us games, bro, this game, let's be real. Like you said, on another day, bro, that goal isn't ruled off. It's a 1-1, and that's 100% on Sanchez. So my point being, this happened multiple times this season, right? Give me Jorgensen's track record of making those errors for Chelsea.
He hasn't played enough, but based on what I've seen, he doesn't fill me with confidence either, bro.
But has he done it? Has he done it though?
He has done it.
He's done one mistake of the one.
Okay, how many has Sanchez? Give me the track record though.
Lost count.
Because when I look at Sanchez, I see somebody that makes the back line nervy. I see somebody that have multiple times in the past 2 seasons, not 1, 2 seasons, thrown away the hard work that the players on the field have done. You see the way that the players respond, right? When they see a Sanchez Bozo error. I'm telling you that Sanchez at this point, bro, Sanchez is infamous now in the league at this point for coughing up errors. And teams will think, and I agree with Prime when he said teams will think that they can have a go at us because we have Sanchez at net. You've seen it multiple times. You've talked to other people when you do previews. They said, okay, we don't offer much, but you got Sanchez in net. You think that the players on the other team don't think that as well? I don't think Jorgensen is amazing. I don't think he's a 10 out of 10. I don't think he's levels clear. But when you are literally giving hope, you putting hope in the heart of the other team that they're going to beat us because you yourself are on the pitch, I don't know what to tell you. At that point, Like, you are an active detriment to the team, and we need to start looking at alternatives. That's what it is. And I do think that regardless of what happens, if we bench Sanchez, he is going to have a market, or at the very least, he'll have a loan market to where he can have one loan in a lesser league. He'll, or a lesser team. He'll do well enough because they're not asking him to play out the back, which, let's be honest, that's where the majority of his errors come from, is playing out the back. Yeah. So if he's on a lesser team where they're just asking him to save the ball, when that's all they're asking him to do, he's good enough. So when we're gonna find the team, but while he's doing that, he's not being an active detriment to our team. That is what is killing me.
But here's the thing.
We need.
This is where, like, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I literally think a 5 out of 10 is a 5 out of 10, no matter how you put it, how you angle it. I think both keepers are 5 out of 10s. I'll be so honest with you. Okay. I think just because if you had reversed the roles and Sanchez was getting the minutes that Jurgensen was getting this season,
yep,
I honestly believe we would have seen tit for tat a very identical season for both keepers.
I guess we'll never know.
Where we'll never know. This is just what I believe. Where Jurgensen from day one, Jurgensen is not instilling me with confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a season where Jurgensen's making a bunch of errors too. Like and listen, we agree on that. This is based off the eye test that I've seen, the little games that I've seen where he does.
I'm not talking about your eye test, because we can say last season Sanchez was bad. I can also say at Brighton Sanchez was third choice under Potter. Jorgensen last season, was he at Villarreal? I think no.
What stats would you like me to pull up that would help you determine this?
All the stuff that every metric that says that Sanchez is bad, does it say the same with Jorgensen last season at Villarreal? That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, different league. We're talking about this season in the Premier League.
I think league's match for keepers, though. I'll be honest.
Okay.
So
I can't remember who told me this, but I remember hearing that with Philip Jorgensen, it might have been you, Ahmed, but I can't confirm that. I don't know if my memory's messing with me here, but I got told that on La Liga's YouTube channel, their official YouTube channel, there was a video of Jorgensen, a compilation of him making mistakes. The official La Liga channel. I heard that from somewhere.
That's crazy.
You're muted, by the way.
You're muted, bro.
Jorgensen, yeah, you just need to watch La Liga, the La Liga stuff on Netflix. There's a La Liga documentary of last season, and there's an episode about Villarreal where Jorgensen gets a nice little beautiful section. And I think, yeah, people just need to watch that before they even do the scouting. That's all I have to say.
Here's the thing. My point in what I was trying to say is that, for me, the reason why what I'm trying to respond to RSM, yes, I think regardless of how you put it, both keepers are being a detriment. As much as in an ideal world, I would like to just have Jorgensen be the detriment, I'd rather just keep it Sanchez at this point, because if Sanchez has a few more good games, maybe that's just enough to convince someone to buy him, and he goes. And at least with Jorgensen, I know he has a higher ceiling, because I think Jorgensen has better potential than Sanchez. Jorgensen can get better. Sanchez, to me, cannot. So I'd rather just keep Jorgensen in the back pocket for a rainy day versus a Sanchez in the back pocket just so he can stay in my back pocket and collect dust and just be on my wages. Because let's be real, based on what Ahmed is saying as well, with the whole taking a loss and stuff, we're taking a loss on Raheem Sterling right now. Let's be real. We're paying half of his wages, if not more, for him to not play at Arsenal. There's other players that we're probably going to take a loss on. It's just a matter of how much of a loss. As long as we're not taking a crazy big loss, I'm pretty sure we took a loss on Koulibaly, and that was purchased under this new ownership as well. So, like, it's just dependent on how much of a loss these guys are willing to take. I think they'll take a $5 million to $10 million or £10 million loss on Sanchez. And if the reason him playing this season and being put on display is so that we can actually potentially sell him, I'm all for it. If Petrovic gets sold in the summer, though, yeah, we're having a different conversation, obviously.
The thing is, though, that for me, this is what I'd respond to.
That does scare me, by the way. Go ahead, Oliver.
This is what I'd respond to. So that market needs to materialize, even if it's a loan market, because you use the comparison of Kepa. Mm-hmm. The thing about Kepa is, he played a lot under Graham Potter in that season when we finished 12th.
Sure.
And there was no permanent market for him. He was only able to get out of the club on a loan as an emergency to Real Madrid because of Thibaut Courtois' ACL rupture. And then you look to what he's doing this season. He's at Bournemouth. That was a matter of convenience. I don't remember seeing any reports that there was a market for Kepa in the previous.
I'm pretty sure Kepa was on his way to Saudi.
I don't remember that. If you can show me otherwise, then fair enough. But I'm going to assume not.
I'd have to research into it. That might take me a little too long.
Yeah, if you can show me that at some point, then
not really. But I mean,
if you can show me that at some point, then
there was interest in Saudi, I believe, and then he saw the interest from Real Madrid, and then he rejected it. I think that's what happened. I don't quote.
You could probably just type in Kepa rejects Saudi or something. Surely that comes
let
up,
me
right?
see this. Kepa rejects Saudi.
Shouldn't be that hard.
I'll just continue with my point. The market needs to materialise because with Kepa going to Bournemouth this season, there was a very convenient situation where Areola is the Bournemouth manager, and they were actually teammates back at Athletic Club. So there was an element of trust there. There's a different dynamic to some random club just going to you and saying, "Yeah, we want to buy this guy." The manager in this instance actually knows the player. Yeah. So, does that exist with Robert Sanchez? I don't think it exists at all. Like, unless there's some crazy situation happening.
Because he wanted to go on loan. Yeah, I'm looking on Google.
Okay.
This is from this past summer.
He could have a good living wage.
Maybe the previous summer there's other stuff, but at least
Thank you for showing me that. That's actually helpful to know. What I then adjust to say is, what does Sanchez reject? What if he rejects certain situations in the same way that Kepa did?
He fucking better not.
I hope he doesn't. But what if?
He'd be fucking pissed off if he fucking rejects.
Look at how many things that Lukaku rejected before we finally got him out to Napoli.
Kepa over Sanchez.
Yeah, Lukaku. Well, yeah. I mean,
he rejected so many clubs.
One thing you got to give Sanchez and Jurgensen too. You can give them both. They've been pretty good sports about this whole situation. I think they're both pretty tired with the way the season's played out for them. And unlike Lukaku, because you brought up Lukaku has always been a bad sport about the whole situation. He came out and had an interview and all that BS. Like, he doesn't take any accountability. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure the thing is, I think we have Sanchez working on our side. In the sense of, like, if he finds out that Chelsea aren't interested in keeping him, he's going to look for another club. So once you have the player himself is looking for another club, it's like, okay, cool. Feelings mutual. Help us find you a home. They'll just sit there and have us do all the work.
Do you think he's the Chelsea club next season, Marshall?
What do you mean?
What is he doing?
Are you asking me if I think Sanchez is going to stay at Chelsea next season?
Well, yeah. So do you think he should be? He'll be starting next season. Not should.
Do I think he should? Okay, no.
No. Chris, do you think he'd be starting?
Say your question again. I'm sorry. Go ahead. One more time.
Chris, the report we covered recently.
One second. Chris, one more time your question.
You said you think he might be staying next season, right? Is that what you said?
Sanchez?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, if he said he was, okay, never mind.
No.
I was gonna
go ahead, Oliver.
Never mind.
But the thing is, the report we read recently on the goalkeeper situation, including all the goalkeepers, so this was about Penders and Jorgensen and Petrovic and Sanchez, but on specifically Sanchez, he's either number one or he's getting sold. That's the case for him and Petrovic. One of them is getting sold and the other one will be number one. So there will be no situation where Sanchez stays at the club as a number two. He's either here as number one or he's out.
Yeah. That's
what the report said from Fabrizio.
I think, in my personal opinion, I think the summer that's coming, I think Sanchez does find a way out of the club. I think the club does sell. because I find it so hard to believe, incredibly hard to believe, that Maresca's not saying something in the background, that the scouting department are looking at this and saying that, like, yeah, no, he's doing just fine. I doubt it. You'd have to be, we'd have to have blind men as scouts, which is arguable. You know, it's debatable. We might.
I've got question marks on Maresca about this though, because he was reportedly the one that basically said, "I'm not having Jordan Petrovic." And listen, people can tell me all they want that he was bad on the ball last season. I do not remember a single instance where Petrovic passed the ball to an opponent and led to a goal. You can have questions about his shot stopping last season, all you want. I do not remember a single time where he did what Sanchez did against what was it, Brighton, or when he ran out of his goal against Man City.
I truly believe that there's a political sway in this. I think the club are asking that he play Sanchez or try to play Sanchez into form, whatever, yada yada, this BS. Like, don't worry about Jurgensen. He's on a long-term contract. He's young. He's got a high ceiling. We'll loan him out to Strasbourg next season or whatnot, and we'll see. Like, I think next season Sanchez gets sold. However, I don't know what's happened, or not even gets sold. Maybe he gets loaned out. But the Petrovic thing, that's where I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to Petrovic. I'm nervous for that one, because there's an opportunity to make profit, and I've not heard, like, the Santos reports, right? I've not heard over and over again, like, no, Petrovic has a future at the club. They are not interested in selling, yada yada. Like, the PR has not been strong for Petrovic to stay at the club. Now it's finally being into consideration. Yeah.
I think the difference there is that Santos was always earmarked to be a first team contributor at some point. It might not have been when he first joined the club in 2023, but he was always earmarked. Petrovic joined as a number 2 goalkeeper.
Yeah. It's a strange situation that I really hope in the summer the club do the right thing. They move past Sanchez, either Penders, Petrovic become the first choice. Something happens with them. If Penders is good enough, by the way. I just don't want to see Sanchez anymore. I am so tired of it. I'm tired of even having these discussions, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to see what ways we can go about finagling getting rid of this guy. I do want to close out the stream, but before we do, I think there's a player that we actually haven't discussed that we should probably, see, put it out there, feel it out, and see where we're at with it. But what do we think of Cole Palmer's performance today?
I think it was
fine.
Good. Yeah,
it was fine. Like, it was a solid 6 out of 10. He got an assist. Fair play to him. I didn't really notice him too much besides that. Wasn't a detriment.
He was definitely moving around the pitch better, and I will say, like, he at times when he was receiving in transition, he was a lot quicker than he had been, like, since we last saw him. Like, I think whatever was hampering him might have been hampering him, like, real bad, because there was times I remember in the games before he would receive in transition super slow. He'd have to, like, build up to speed. This time he was kind of receiving, boom, being able, or we saw that was this one time, I think he was on the left, he was able to kind of dribble into the middle, and he put the ball up to Neto, and Neto kind of overran the ball, and he slipped, and he didn't hit it right. But Palmer had to fight off somebody on the side. You feel me? Like, yeah. I feel like before his injury, like, he would have just been pushed off the ball easily. I think whatever rest he got, like, physically, I think it did him better. He was moving around the pitch better, and I think his play looked better as a result. I don't think it was, like, to the levels, but it was good.
And then there's the natural chemistry with Jackson as well that always just, whether or not it's amazing or not so amazing, it's there's always something there. There's always a link up and a relationship there where they know how to move around each other.
Does anyone feel that I felt that today it didn't seem like he was as obsessed with scoring. He was more trying to give the best options, which in previous 3 games, I feel like in the previous month and a half, honestly, it felt like he's just been trying to break the GA, break the goal scoring drought. And today I don't feel like he was really trying to do that. He was just trying to play for the game. or for the team?
I hope that was an instruction from Maresca, to be honest, because if so, then that's brilliant. Because we all saw the need to score was destroying him, and some of those performances before the international break were just terrible.
He was forcing the issue way too much to the detriment of his own play, bro. It was bad.
Yeah. Do you guys feel that today it wasn't there as much? You think he's calmed down a bit?
What
He
it
got
looked
better.
like to me, was that at times, and this definitely happened for the goal, he would find himself in the left-hand channel, and he would sometimes, not all the time, but there were times where he would actually go on the overlap for Sancho, and then he'd be on his left foot, and that's what led to the goal. He crossed into the box from that side, and then Enzo was there to meet it. So more of a supporting role rather than being a direct goal scorer. I think it's good to have that variety here and there, especially when you're on a poor run, as he is now.
Right.
I just think you want to
ahead.
hope, the assist can push him on to finally, I don't know, into some scoring form or assistant form. But again, we have to wait and see. But there are again times where today, like, I felt like could have taken the shot earlier, could have passed the ball a bit more earlier, a bit less greedy, stuff like that. So the one thing you just want to hope, bro, is that the assist can help him into the next game in front. I can get a goal or assist from him, then into Ipswich goal or assist. Because if he gets him back into form fast, bro, that's a positive that we need, bro. First to get top 4.
I'd like to say something though, like before we end, because I think this is a good point. If you could bring up We Are the Shed and their Twitter account, I think they did a very good job today of setting up the atmosphere for the game. The gripes
it was
that
a good atmosphere, right?
but like, you look what they did, bro. They made sure that there was flags in every section. You feel me? They debuted a new banner, and it was actually good. It was actually about the history club, right? But you could look up. I think that they did a lot of good. I can't lie, and I have my gripes. I got my gripes.
Did the singing section come back?
Yeah,
I watched
bro,
the game on mute. Did the singing section come back?
Yeah, they were
I
loud.
don't
They were
think it's
loud. They were
allowed,
loud. No,
though.
they were loud
they
this
were
game.
allowed?
No. There wasn't like a lot, but they were actually like there was a lot of praise. And bro, I'm telling you, like I told you, I have my issues with
Look
them.
at Maresca, man.
But bro, this game they were actually putting in work, man. This game they were putting in work, and I have to applaud them. They did a really good job of setting the atmosphere.
Just for men, Maresca, man, finally getting the praise.
I'm
and
stop. Don't troll,
plaudits.
bro. Stop. You don't have to troll, bro. I already see the small man. Just keep it pushing, bro.
What was I gonna say?
You have the troll smile on right now, bro. What are you gonna say?
You got that Raphael smile,
I
bro.
smile when I troll. I got a smile when I troll. What's going on?
Yes, bro. I spoke up and I said We Are the Shit. You immediately smiled, bro.
You know what, man? I'll keep it quiet. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna keep it halal today.
Thank you.
And then
Yeah, see, look, they made sure everybody had a flag in the section, bro. Like it was. I'm telling you, man. They set a good atmosphere.
I believe this was because isn't this the first game?
People, bro, they probably took this off though.
They roll it up on.
I believe this is kind of an occasion thing as well because isn't this? I believe this is the first home game, since the 120th anniversary. Yeah,
exactly.
So it's a bit of an occasion thing. It's good to see that they've kitted the stadium out for that with fans and all that.
Listen, big up to We Are the Shed. Big up to them. Top quality from them, great rep from the lads.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it up, of course, as I said before. But interesting indeed. But big up to the lads, man. Big up to it's good to see that RSM's happy. To see that Marshall's happy, man, because they're
bro. It wasn't because I was listening with
much.
the audio. It was not a library for the first time in a long time.
No, yeah, for real.
It was not.
When I heard the audio, there was a moment where I was like, God damn, they're chanting Chelsea loud as fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm happy for you guys, man. I'm happy that you're happy.
Oh my god.
I do think some of the play from Spurs definitely helped towards that as well. I mean, we all saw how.
I mean, it's also Spurs.
Romero
literally.
No, but hold on. But what I will say though is there was moments in the game where we were like passing the ball around in the back, and we weren't winning at that point. There was no boost. There was no boost.
I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about like the. I'm not even talking about like playing out the back and all that. I'm talking about like you saw the way that Cuti Romero was playing today, and he was definitely trying to bruise up some people. That would have definitely gotten the fans going as well to an extent as well.
No,
he was trying to be on a madness today.
Actually, before we actually end, I'll ask you guys this: watching today's game, are we still thinking we're gonna miss out on top 4? Are we still worried?
The real
Does this
test.
instill us with a little
The
bit more
real
confidence?
test. No, listen. Listen. The real test is against Brentford. Remember, I have always maintained I don't care about Spurs. I need to see what I see from Brentford and Ipswich, bro. Those 2 games are very key, bro. We need to be. I know it's gonna sound a bit crazy for me to say, but we need 6 points from those games, bro. We actually need 6 points from those games because
What? Ipswich Bedford?
yes,
Agreed.
Yeah, even Everton I would include, but I'm just about the next 2
I
the Sunday to Sunday fixture, Ipswich and Brentford. We need 6 points, Marshall. That's the,
yeah, I was saying with somebody like I think if we get 5 wins of what's left of the season, we can get top 5. So
I
if we
think
get
3.
these 3 wins, so if we get these 3 wins right consecutively, then in the games that we have left, maybe we can catch Man United out, right, and we can catch maybe a Newcastle out right there, like and then with those 2, I think we're guaranteed. I think if we only get 1 win out of that run of 4 at the end, then we're waiting on other results. Then we are literally waiting on other results. But if we get these 3 wins right here in a row, I'm very confident that we, at that point, as long as we don't literally lose every game until the end of the season, we'll probably end up getting UCL football.
Yeah, but
Bro,
again,
we got no wiggle room this
That's
game
what I told
week.
you.
That's what I'm
these
saying.
3 mandatory needs to be in the bag.
That's what I'm
I
saying, bro.
mean, sorta,
That's
kinda
why.
wiggle room.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Brentford needs to be a 3 point,
Facts.
and Ipswich needs to be a 3 point. Everton, I will include that when they get to that point. But this is the Sunday to Sunday fixture again. I'm talking about, yeah, which is obviously we have Ipswich and Walsall, so we have Brentford, then Walsall, then we have Thingy. So we need it to happen again. The Newcastle fixture is going to be key, by the way, because we need to make sure we draw against them at the very least. Because if we draw against them,
Yes.
that means whenever they get their next game in hand, yeah, that we will be 3 points ahead of them no matter what, bro. We'll be equal on points.
Correct.
Yeah. All the teams, well, minus Newcastle because this wasn't played, but yeah, the teams below us: City won, Villa won, Brighton lost, Fulham lost, Bournemouth lost. So we kind of
That's the thing too, by the way. That's the thing.
Them.
That's the thing, though. By the way, Villa's attack. Say what you want about it. If you don't rate the sauce,
Yeah, Rashford's
there's no even that's no. We're talking about the wrong player, bro. Asensio, bro, is going crazy for them, bro. He's scoring in every single game, bro. Right now, like he's actually unstoppable right now. He's got like an insane GA since he's been playing for them, by the way. Like Marshall, you actually look it up, bro. It's actually ridiculous what he's doing for them.
Bro, I'm trying to win fantasy, so yeah, you know me, bro.
I'll just say, I think on the game today, it doesn't really change a lot for me. I mean, I know the whole joke about lads is Tottenham and all that, but like
Lads is Tottenham, yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Like, people can joke about that all they want, but at the end of the day, you don't even have to take that into account. Just look at the reality of it. This is a Spurs team that are 14th place, tied on points with 16th place West Ham. Like, at the end of the day, like, just got to handle business in this kind of situation. And then there's the history. The history's on our side as well. So, I was going into this, regardless of whatever injuries we had, because, we went into this with injuries, Lavia, Fofana. Still should be winning, just based on everything, and we ended up doing that. So, it doesn't change a lot for me, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, I'm really frustrated with the Fofana situation. Depending on what it is, will determine whether I'm done with the guy or I'm willing to see out next season. Because if this is the hamstring that he avoided getting surgery for, listen, same energy as Reese. If this is the hamstring you avoided surgery for, that you were out for 3 months, 2 months, only to come back for 2 games, bro, dog, the fuck are we doing?
I'm not going to talk about Reese anymore, though, because, like, to Reese
has been able to stay fit.
To Reese's credit, he's managed it. He's managed it this season, to some decent extent. He stayed fit. Lavia and Fofana are
careful
like
with him,
red flags right now.
Lavia right now is pretty much becoming a red flag. Listen, the way I see it, I look at it like Van Dijk seasons, right? Van Dijk out with an ACL because of the whole tackle with what's his face, Pickford, right? Comes back the next season, we think he's washed, he's gonna go, and then the season after that he recovers, right? So you have the injury where you're out, the season where you're out with the injury, a season to recover. With Fofana or with Lavia, I'm counting this as the season to recover. Next season, you better be somewhat on track to play a lot more games than you played this season. Because
I think-
I'm saying,
hold up. Ahmed
don't
brought
know.
up in the stream. With Fofana, bro, we've been paying 2 milli pretty much every time he's played.
Oh yeah,
with us.
that's a
We got little
nasty
games.
stat for you, Marshall.
Yeah.
He's only played 34 games in 34 months. That is 2.5 million per performance from.
Per performance,
Yeah.
bro, playing with 2.5 milli per. Come on.
but if
But
it's a
like,
knock, if it's a
bro,
knock, for example, if it's a knock or some shit
They're
like
not
that,
even
like
saying
with-
it's a knock, bro. They're saying they're gonna assess him, bro. So
Well, they
yeah,
said
they
the
said
same
we
thing
gotta
about
assess.
Cole.
That's what I don't like.
They're gonna
no.
assess Cole.
But
So,
remember, Cole was
listen.
out for 2 weeks though. He was out for 2 weeks essentially for us because he was out for the international period.
Yeah, but
and
like
then he
if,
came
if
back.
he gets assessed and it's like, okay, he can finish up the season, then I'm okay. You know what? I'm like, okay, I'll be more patient. Let's see what happens next season. No more excuses. All the BS.
Yeah, but
'Cause
for me,
this season has been,
Yeah.
in terms of fitness, this season has been the best we've gotten out of Fofana so far.
I just
I don't
think
think
Marshall. Sorry, before you go on apart.
And it's
I
not
just
even
think at the end of
bad.
the day, I just think for me at the end of the day, bro. I just don't think maybe he's just suited for the league, bro. And listen, he's a good player. Oh, let's not get
Hear it.
twisted. But there's some people, bro.
I don't know if I agree with that at all.
Their body, bro. His body, bro, continuously breaks down for us, bro. He's been breaking down, bro. Right. So I just think for me,
Yeah, we'll see.
right. So for me, it's just like in the summer I wanted him gone. Remember, this is something I said in the summer.
I wanted to see how he looked like when he came back, and
Yeah.
this season so far, before this injury, I was willing to give him another season to really see it out because you see the difference between him being on that pitch versus him not. Like, he is a good player, like a good center. He's our best center back. He's our best center back, hands down. So when we're talking about our best center back, it's not as quickly. I'm not as quick about it as just get rid of him. Because, we need all the best. We're desperate. If I'm in a position of disparity and I don't have a backup planned, I'm not hearing links to Murillo. I'm hearing links to Gehi. If that happens, good. Then you can discuss getting rid of Fofana. But if you're getting rid of Fofana and you don't have a backup plan, I'm sorry. I don't want the Sassi back there. I don't want Badiashile back there. I barely even want Lavia back there. So that's why for me, let this be a knock. If it's not a knock, then all right. This needs to be up there with striker as a very crucial position. We must
thing is,
must back up.
The thing is, you can maybe afford that luxury to Fofana
You're
based
not
on the
wrong,
way he's
Perry.
performed this season because he has been our best centre back this season. But you compare it to Virgil van Dijk, who before his injury he was the best centre back in the world. Whereas with a Fofana and a Lavia, you're banking on potential. Whereas Van Dijk, you're banking on he's done this before. Can he get back
I don't know
to
about that. I mean, there was a point in time where we were having conversations about Fofana when he was at Leicester about being one of the best center backs in the league.
That was his first season. After that, we didn't because he was injured every fucking time.
Yeah.
His first season was the breakout season, and after that, every fucking year he got injured.
There was never talk of him being the best like Van Dijk.
Yeah.
He was the best, and that's what Liverpool fans would have wanted him to get back to.
Marshall, I'll tell
With
you,
us, it's all uncertainty and what can he
I'm looking
do
at
in
his
his career.
country history. So he joined Leicester in 2021, right? That season. And in that season alone, he missed 8 games because of hamstring, 1 game because of knee, and then 5 games that was during international break, so that's fine. After that breakout season, 2021, by the way, that's going to be now, that's 4 years ago. 21-22, he missed 63 games, 224 days because of a broken fibula. Then he comes back.
That's not his fault, but okay. I just want to point that out.
I'm going through the list. I'm just going through the list of injuries since he joined this league. Then he gets a knee injury on 22-23 because he missed 21-22, 17 games. Okay,
This is when he was at Chelsea, by the way. This right here.
Yes.
Yeah, so he misses 17 games. Then he misses 9 games because of a knee injury again in 22-23. So in total, he missed over 100 days and about 26 games for Chelsea. Okay, that was 22-23. 23-24. Crucial ligament tear, misses 51 games. And then this season, he's already missed 18. He is averaging in the Premier League after his breakout season missing over 30 games a season on average. If you were to average it out, because he had 63, 17, 9, 51, 18. If you're talking about strictly Chelsea, he has missed 26 games his first season with us, 51 games last season, and 18 games this season. So he's basically on average missing about 22 to 23 games a season for Chelsea alone. And this is his third season with us. So no thank you, because if he's injured, this is game 18. And if he misses this weekend, that's going to be game 19. He's going to be, it looks like, even if he misses this weekend, going to be close to 20 games missed again this season. This is 3 years in a row. He's also earning $200K a week, and we paid $70 million for him. He can fuck right off. This is not like Saliba. He was Saliba before Saliba in his first season for Leicester. And then ever since then, which was 4 years ago, he has been injured and missing 25 games on average after that. A year. 20 and we played 38 games in a season, by the way.
Okay.
So he's missing almost
everything you said, I was already aware of.
So then why would he give him? So then why would he give him another chance?
My argument is if this injury that he has right now is a simple knock where he's going to just miss a week or something like that, then you know what? Okay, fair.
No, I wanted to sell him before this knock. I want to sell him because
I know. You want to sell everyone before any knock.
No. Now we're being disingenuous. I want to sell people after they've been injury prone for us for.
You want to sell Levi Colwell. You want to get rid of him.
Yeah,
you want to get rid of Disasi because he's shit. You want to get rid of this man because he's injury prone.
For 3 seasons.
Uncle Tosin, we got in a free. You want to get rid of him too.
Yep.
Bro, you want to get rid of everyone. Who are we left with?
No, because first of all, we have some replacements in our books already.
Who?
Okay, so we literally bought a young kid in Mamadou Sarr, who's doing very well in Strasbourg, that we were glazing up last season, that we paid 20 million euros for. He's joining us in the summer. Okay, we already have an Anselmino who's been propped up, and you don't know how good he is. If I can sell Tosin for money, I would sell Tosin for money.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I can use some of that money because it's straight up cash to get us a Margegi who's on his last year of his contract for 40 million or 30 million.
And we have buyback, no? So it would be even cheaper technically.
Yes.
Maybe.
Presumably
no, we don't have buyback. We have I think a percentage. It's like
percentage. We have sell on from.
It's a sell on clause.
30 million for them. He would be 30 million for us, basically, for Margegi as an example. That's why I want to sell some of these players, because I want to replace them with players that aren't injury prone and of certain class.
I understand this. My argument,
cool.
My logic is that if this is just a simple knock, then for me, I'm okay if he can finish off the season. I'm okay with keeping Fofana next season, because the way I'm looking at these injuries, he's going into the right trajectory of, okay, it's been less and less now. Because, like you said, he missed about 2 months due to this one injury, the hamstring injury. If he can show me that he's on his way to being a little bit more fit.
3 months, but who's counting?
2.5, 3 months. He's
3
been
months.
gone since
He's
December.
4 days away from 3 months, but who's counting?
Okay, so 3 months. He didn't miss that much compared to previous seasons. If this did that to me, based on Leicester, Chelsea again, and then this season, with the injuries, the trajectory it's going in is that he's being less and less injury prone, becoming more and more available. Is he going to be 100% injury free? No, obviously not. I do think he's going to get his injuries from time to time, but most players get injuries from time to time. I'm willing to accept, because of the level he's at, I'm willing to accept him having a few injuries next season where he's missing in a hole, right? Where maybe he misses a month or a month and a half worth of games. I'm willing to accept that because of the quality he brings. He's good. But if he misses the rest of the season now because of this injury that he didn't take care of, then I agree with you. I'm done with it.
Marshall, how is he doing better? Okay, you're saying he's getting better season on season. Of course, this season is going to be better than last season because he fucking had a crucial ligament tear.
Yes, but the season before that, he didn't have a crucial ligament tear.
Unless he does another crucial ligament tear, of course it's going to be better this season.
Hang on, though. Let's ignore that for a sec.
The season
Let's ignore
before,
that for a
he missed
second. Let's
17
just
games and then 9 on his second injury. He's very much close to that right now.
Yeah, he is. But
well,
he's
hang
not.
on though. Let's just ignore that for a second though, and say
Sure.
let's just forget about the. Let's just say okay, yeah, the trajectory is good. I think if you want to be the kindest you can possibly be to Fofana and let him stay at the club, I think he has to be a squad player. And I'm looking at the top end of the Premier League table right now, with particularly in the top three, and looking at some of those centre back pairings. Van Dijk and Konate. I know there was an injury history with Konate before he got to Liverpool, but that is a robust centre back pairing that's going to now win them the league. Second place, I believe Arsenal's second. Gabriel just went down with an injury, but before that, his fitness was unbelievable.
Yep.
Him and Saliba, that's a robust pairing. Third place, you've got Nottingham Forest. I don't remember seeing that there've been, Milenkovic and Murillo have really been separated that much. You've got robust pairings there, and we want to be operating at that level. So we need proven, robust,
and
Oliver, at least show it at Chelsea.
Oliver, he's going to be a bench option on 200k a fucking week as a bench option, Oliver. Even if we go with that.
That's where, but that's where the summer window comes in, right? I want to see what Chelsea does, because if we bolster enough, then I'm okay with it.
No, I'm not paying a bench option 200 fucking k a week.
When I say I'm okay with it, I mean I'm okay with him going.
That's where, because that's where I agree, and that's why, for example, for me, I'm not too bothered with Lavia or giving him one more season, because Lavia's wages aren't insane. He's making like 40.
His wages are insane. Fofana's a different case, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Fofana's a completely different case, bro. Completely different case.
The thing for me, the reason I bring up him being a bench option, not only like it's kind of a practical solution to an extent, you don't rely on him. This is what I wanted him to be this season. I wanted him to be a bench option this season when he's coming off the cruciate ligament thing. It's a bit more.
Recruiting.
Yeah, that's all you can say. It is really, I don't know how you can go into the season.
That's why, like, because this is like, think about it this way. It's like, to an extent, this is kind of where I was like, I kind of wish we kept Thiago Silva, because our other fucking options, they're really not that great, dude. Disasi, Tosin, I feel like is getting a short end of the stick a lot of times.
You would want Thiago Silva as a bench option then, because he's
a rotation option with Fofana at this point. Because like the thing is, I just the problem is the quality. Like Fofana actually is good. He's our best center back. That's our best center back is an injury-prone center back.
Yes, and
it's so shitty.
That's why
that's the problem.
Yo,
that's why we can't just get rid of him.
But to
we
be
have
fair,
to get another center back.
We have criticized
the
directors for thinking that they built this entire team around the fact that like Fofana was going to be fit for an entire season. Insane squad.
It's insane.
Insane squad planning.
Yeah.
That's why,
they also did the same with our defensive midfielder. I only have one shot.
Well,
and they're lucky. They're lucky, bro. Caicedo, bro.
They got unlucky with that one.
Caicedo is.
He's working miracles right now, bro.
Bro, the fact that his hamstring hurt, they injected him with I don't know what. He stood back up, had a man of the. Bro, his knee, bro. A weaker player, their knee buckles with that challenge that Sar did. Their knee goes like it goes inside like this. It bends inward. His didn't, because he's built like a log. But bro, if he was built any less strong, it's over. We were actually losing him for the season.
Man City's built like an Ecuadorian pine
tree. We
bro.
really need to resolve that situation, because I don't want Caicedo going the way of Kante.
Oh, bro, no. The thing is, like, he's not wrong. We have Asugo and we have Santos next season, so I'm not. I'm not worried about. The thing I'm worried about next season for depth, bro, is the defense, bro.
Okay, fine.
Now. Yeah.
You know as well that you might say that from the sporting director point of view. I need Maresca to trust these guys in the Premier League when Caicedo needs that rest.
I'm sure he will. Yes. He did it this season with Team A, Team B.
Oh, like I don't need Caicedo against Southampton, bro, or whatever relegation side is going to come up. Right?
Exactly that.
Yeah. Well, that
he rotated,
time
right?
will tell with that.
Leicester and shit. In the first half when we were rolling, he did rotate heavily, and during that game, I remember that.
Yeah,
he will. Maresca will. I trust. If we have the actual depth, Maresca will rotate.
Exactly.
The reason why after that Newcastle game, in the cup game, where we stopped seeing more rotation in the Prem, was because some of these rotation players proved
they got exposed in that Newcastle game.
Like Felix and Nkuku, some of you guys are ass. But if you give us a better squad, then you'll use said squad. That only makes sense.
after that Newcastle game, Maresca literally sat in that locker room like that meme. He was just like, "Oh, y'all suck."
No, Marshall.
He's like, damn.
Because Marshall,
y'all
when he saw the
stink."
Bermuda Triangle of production, he was like, "Fuck that." When he saw the Bermuda Triangle of Sancho, João Felix, and Nkunku, we're like, real. That's where production dies. That's the Bermuda Triangle of where production dies.
Yo.
Straight up dies.
Man.
Yo, it's crazy with that Bermuda Triangle. It's like, yo, I've been insulted by worse. We can never forget. We
And you
can
know what the
never
common thing
forget.
about all of them is? You know what the common thing about all these
Gallagher, Kai
the
Havertz,
Bermuda
Mount.
Triangle is? You know what the common denominator about the Bermuda Triangle? Oh my god, they look so techie, guys. Oh my god, the way he dribbles with the ball. Oh my god, the way he takes on his man. Fuck off.
Nobody ever said
You know, I
that
saw.
about
No,
You know, I saw on Kunku.
Sancho the Felix. Oh my god, they look so techie.
Sancho and
And
Felix not here, but I don't think anybody ever said that about Nkunku. To be
no, I think they
Bro,
have.
I actually saw.
What they said about Nkunku is bench Jackson. Nkunku is our best goal scorer. because
our,
he got
our best finisher. Yeah, no, that was it. That was his thing. The best finisher. That was his thing for so long. I remember.
That's what they said. Isn't that right,
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that is what they said. Yes.
Prime.
Bro, I'm telling you that.
I never asked for Jackson to be bench. I was like,
No,
as long as he's scoring goals,
I
keep
didn't
him
say you
on.
did. I didn't say you did. I didn't say you did.
Oh no, a lot of haters. Yeah, this.
I'm gonna admit something because I'm a bit guilty. I had a bet with Dark that Nkunku was gonna score more goals than João Felix,
I was there with you. To be honest.
and he is, but just because it's Conference League, I lucked out, dude. But otherwise, I'd be fucked.
Hey,
Yeah.
in all comps or just in the Prem?
I said the Prem, so I think they're about the same right
No,
now.
even the Prem doesn't. I think in the Prem, Nkunku's better as well.
Nkunku has one.
Nkunku has two. Felix has one.
Felix is one.
Oh, thank God!
Jesus
I fucking
Christ,
lucked
bro.
out.
But yeah, I mean, it's
I mean, you could be
this
shameless.
summer.
Nkunku has double the goals of Felix. You know.
Yeah.
bro. But we keep coming back to this conversation, right? This summer is going to be so crucial. Like, I agree with what you're saying, Curry. I'd be down to sell him now, but the problem is he's our best center back. Unless we replace our best center back, like I can't. I'm stuck. Like I can't sell this guy.
Bro, just get
Like,
a cheaper version of his
yeah.
of the type of center back that he is, right? Which is good recovery pace. A bit
Did they not?
aggressive.
Did they not do that in Star? I've not watched him, so I don't know what he is.
No, I don't know either. I can't speak on that.
I've seen him. I need to pay more closer attention to him.
I've read like reports on him. He seems more of the Colwill type, as in not as aggressive, more of a sweeper. That's just based on what I've read. I need to watch him myself, but that's what I've heard.
So, but what's Antonino supposed to be then?
I think Antonino's supposed to be
he's
aggressive.
He's an aggressor.
Yeah. That's
We're also linked
South
to
American play,
Hoyson,
bro.
and Hoyson's not an aggressor.
Yeah.
He's a sweeper.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I'll take all three of them, and we might take all three.
Oh,
of them.
I would. But my thing is,
we need to get rid of.
revamp that CB position.
This is something I've said since 2019.
Yeah.
Because we've had centre back problems since then. You either buy me like a top centre back, an experienced centre back, or you build a partnership with two young centre backs. And as much as I don't like Colwell, if they think Colwell is going to evolve into being the guy, you either get me a top centre back to guide him, or you get me a partner for him. And funny
Another
enough,
reason why I wanted to keep Silva too
is a brilliant partner for Colwell, but he just can't stay fit. So you get me someone as close to Fofana as possible.
If you give me Gay, I'm cool with that. He's not my first choice, but listen, you gotta put respect is due. Like he was one of the best players in the Euros for England.
I mean, for England were ass, but regardless, Guehi, fine.
Really change anything,
but
yeah.
buying Guehi spending that money on Guehi to be our starter will show me that we're not serious about actually competing.
Agreed.
Wait, what money? Because you'll be on the last year of his contract.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Is he not going to cost like 60 something?
No, it's about 40.
I don't want us to pay that. I'd rather 40.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Still, regardless, Guehi to be our starting
for a player of that caliber. I mean, and he's experienced.
He's not. Yeah, but he's not.
He's one of Crystal Palace's best players. Let's be real.
But that's Palace. That's great.
And he also gets he's a national team player. He's a captain. Like
Cole's a national team player.
England don't really have many good centre backs right now. I can't lie.
Cole plays for England.
England's best centre back is John
did he
Stones,
just-
and he is so injury prone.
Marshall, people will argue that Maguire has been one of England's best centre backs, arguably, in the last 5 years, 7 years.
Something
people
like
say
that.
Actually,
Maguire's
I
not
don't think
good.
that kind of
So-
that up anyways.
And again, I'm not even, regardless of like, my thing with Guehi, why I say he's not like that good. I mean, in terms of where I want Chelsea to be, where it's competing
Okay.
and winning.
But let me
Prem
ask you
and
this then.
Champions League. I don't think he's
'cause
on that level to be a starter.
I don't want to really talk much about opinions on Gahey, who yada yada this and that. Who would you prefer in a center back? Who do you want Chelsea to go for?
Do I think we should actually go for it, or who do I think is realistic? Because like I was
Realistic.
trying to, I was trying to make
Realistic.
is that I think
Still live.
that if we, the point I was trying to make is that if we end up going for Guehi to be our starter, fine, he is better than Cole, obviously, but that will show me that this ownership or the sporting directors, whatever, they're not serious about us making the jump to compete. Guehi,
But
I don't think he's
who-
good enough to be a center back for us competing for a title.
I get that, but then which center back could we get that tells you we are being serious? Realistically,
Like me personally, for
Yeah,
example, it'd be
sure.
somebody like a Incapié level type of, like somebody highly rated, highly touted. You feel me?
If
That's all
you
I'm
can't,
saying.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. to be
Keep
fair.
keep Ecuador away from my club.
For me, what I would do, I'd bring back Vega, play him center back, and then get a partner for Vega. That's personally what I would do. They're not going to do that.
But you think Vega's good enough to be
Yes.
the like second fiddle to like the top center back?
Hold on, but you're not answering the question though. Who would the partner be? Like
For
who? What
Vega-
transfer is the one that you're saying? Okay, we're being serious about this center back.
If I'll bring back Vega and go buy Hoyson, I think they'd be a good partnership. You have a ball player and you have an aggressor. Vega can also play on the ball as well. That's what I would do. Now, if you're gonna go buy, if Cole's the guy that they want, that's fine. That means you need an aggressor to partner Cole. So go get Bisek at Inter Milan.
Can I put my
If we're
hand up
spending,
here?
if we're just flashing all this money about,
Go ahead, Ahmed.
then spend it correctly. I'd rather go buy a Bisek, or we've also been linked to Muriel, but he's also left-footed, and the balance with him and Cole, I don't not necessarily about that in terms of them both being left-footers and Cole not even being that good in general. So I'd go buy a Bisek, for example. That's just what I
So I want you guys to know, since I've left the stream, I took a shower, put my pajamas on, put my slippers on, and
pajamas and slippers. Ooh, private school kid. Ooh.
you know what I mean? Listen, man. When you're rich, like me, man. Come on, man. That's a daily.
Hey, look at him. Look at him.
He admitted it. He finally admitted it, Prime. He finally admitted
Look
it.
at him.
Look at him looking down on the poor people. Look at him.
You know what I mean, man? You gotta look good for your lady, man, when you go into sleep, man. You know what I mean? But but on a serious note,
Is that what you're up to? Is that what you're back? You're done.
listen, man. You know,
Stop winking at us. Stop winking at us. You got a woman. Stop winking at us.
you know what I mean? But like, you know what it is though, like, I like Prime's like understand discussion. I think it's a good thing, but I think we need to also realize, right, how many guys are we realistically gonna lose in terms of centre backs, from the squad, right? I think realistically, Cobble's gonna stay. I'm pretty sure Prime would agree with me there, right? And that's the only guy I can guarantee right now. That's gonna
Vega,
stay.
if you want to put that he might come back as a center back in quotation marks.
But the thing is, like, I can't trust that one happening because you know the way he's been moving, right, and everything that's been going on.
I don't think
know if
Maresca
Maresca-
rates him.
right? Maresca rates him either, right? So, like, the only guy I can guarantee that I know at the very least gonna stay at the club is Colwell, and then maybe Tosin, because Tosin is like your backup option, basically. Like,
Yeah, he's on
you know
free.
what I mean?
He the unk,
Right?
bro. He the unk. He's experienced.
So that leaves me with Disasi leaving, Badi Shiu leaving, Chalaba leaving, right?
Yep.
And so I'm losing 3 centre backs right now, right? So is it a 3 in 3 out situation? That's what I need to look at first, right? I think probably, whether we like to admit or not, the Sar kid from Strasbourg is definitely going to be in there. Like we're just gonna have to admit that one, right? And so Mina is going out on loan.
It's likely. Yeah.
Bro, they literally made him go out on loan to Strasbourg so that they can bring him back to us in the summer. So if we're being honest with each other, that guy is gonna be a Chelsea player next season for sure. So that leaves me. I know at least 2 centre backs need to be brought. Now, listen. Ideally, I would like a Bissek because obviously I'm a big fan of Bissek. I know other than Prime, I've spoken about Bissek before as a quality guy. Even Marshall spoken about before, right? But the problem is, Bissek is gonna be 80 million for you right now. Let's not cap, bros. That's what Inter Milan's gonna ask for him from me, right? Dean Huijsen is another one I know a lot of people want about. He's got a 50 million release clause. Will the club activate it? I don't know. Mark Guehi, he unironically is like a cheaper option now because he's got 1 year left in his deal, right? At the end of the season, right?
And
so you're looking at
we got the sell-on as well.
So you got basically the 35 million, 40 million package for him, and that's Chelsea range.
If I'm being honest, I think Prime. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think you had a bit of a Howler take on that one. With Huijsen and Vega, if you think Huijsen is the signing,
Howler take on what?
On Huijsen being the signing that is going to show you that this team is serious about competing. I'll be honest with you.
I said Huijsen because that's who we're linked to.
Yeah, the realistic ones. I honestly, I'm gonna stick with this one. I think if we're talking serious, like that's gonna show me that they're serious. I think Guehi is that guy. I really do. I'm not really with Huijsen either. Like if you guys saw the Ipswich game, that Ipswich player sent Huijsen back to Juventus, bro. I think that would show me. Hold on. Let me just explain. Okay. I think that would show me. I would think that would show me that they're serious because literally all we've done. Well, not all we've done. Now I'm over exaggerating. Most of the business that we've done that Chelsea's constantly being accused of not being serious is buying inexperienced players. Let's be real. Huijsen, he's still an inexperienced player. He's had a good season. Good for him. The one thing that Guehi gives me is he is experienced. 24 years old, has played for club and country, is the captain of Crystal Palace, has done it for 3 seasons now, consistently playing. Like, for me, that shows me they're trying to get someone serious. And especially with what you were saying, right? If the idea is to keep Colwell, if he's going to be that leader in the future and all this and that, then I think it's more realistic that they're going to keep him as a center back. Maresca rates him, and you give him Guehi, who is experienced, that can guide him.
I'll be real. What you just said about how we're doing the same thing of buying young center backs, buying Guehi, I'll be honest, is going to be no different than what we did with Tosin. A player who did well at a mid-table club, but coming to our club to be a starter.
Completely disagree on that.
Guehi's great for Palace, and that's awesome. He's Palace's captain. He's one of the best players. That's awesome.
And for
that doesn't mean he can that. But England don't have great centre backs, bro. It doesn't matter.
You don't rate Colwell.
In what?
In the best showing we've seen of England, which is the Euros, he was a big part of that.
And people said in the Euros last year, England were
Harry Maguire was as well in 2020.
We're talking about the best showing that we've seen of England. They got to a Euros final 4 years ago, or 2021, with Maguire playing centre back as one of their best players as well. And Maguire's not good. You saw him make the step.
Maguire shows up for country, but he doesn't show up for
I'm not paying too much attention to internationals because Marshall.
Maguire, hold on, because I'm trying to even make my point. Marshall interrupted. Maguire was when he first went to Man United, his first 18 months, he was good. But he can't handle being at a big club for Man United. He was also great at Leicester, Maguire. But again, being at a big club, he's just not able to handle that. He's not good enough. And that's okay.
Yeah, because he makes errors and he has his bozo moment in him. That's not what Guehi does.
But that's Guehi for Palace.
He wasn't doing that at Leicester.
Talking about he wasn't making bozo moments at Leicester. He was great at Leicester. And also for England, which is why he got the move to Man United. Guehi's not if you're bringing Guehi in to be our starter, we're not going to make that jump for league titles. We're just not.
You could say the same thing about Huijsen, bro.
And I was trying to get to that point of Huijsen. The reason why I said Hoyson is because we're being heavily linked to him, and Hoyson is a better centre back than Guehi. But he is
I
still
disagree.
young and inexperienced. Okay, that's fine. But he is still young and inexperienced. I agree. We need a leader. What I would love is if we went about Bastoni. But we're not going to do that.
That's not going to happen.
I
Yeah.
didn't mention. That's why I didn't mention it. We're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Christensen looks like he could end up leaving this summer, as Barca have like financial problems and registration problems. If Christensen's available, I would go sign him because he is experienced. He's played at the highest level. He's won a Champions League. I think he won a league title at Barcelona. I'm not sure
We're
if
not
he was
linked,
there.
though.
Yeah, he did.
I know. That's no, but yeah, okay. So he's won a league title. My point is, I'm giving you options of experienced players. Christensen's a better option than getting Guehi. Guehi's not
but
that guy.
That's not one of the realistic ones.
Okay,
It's doable,
well,
but we're not linked to them.
okay, but out of the two realistic options of Guehi or Hoyson, I'd rather Hoyson because he's better than Guehi. But even still, he shouldn't be the guy that we're buying to upgrade this
But
event.
it's again
But-
because it's the way you
but-
worded it
hold
though,
on.
Prime.
Hold on,
Yes.
hold on. But like I've been saying, if you're not gonna buy me the like Alpha A tier, if you're not gonna buy me a Bastoni, then you build a partnership of two like talented young centre backs or two centre backs, and then have them develop and grow, like what Arsenal did with Gabriel and Saliba. Two talented young, talented players, but they grew into being world class together as a partnership.
Yes, but at the time when they had Saliba and Gabriel, no one on this panel, hand on heart, no one said, "Oh, they're being serious now. They got Gabriel and Saliba." They took a shot in the dark. We saw what they did in the league. We saw the records they were keeping. We saw how good Saliba stepped up, and then we were like, "Oh, now they're good." What you're saying, and what the part I disagree with, is that I don't think Hoyson is the signing that makes me go, "Oh, this ownership is serious." That's the signing that makes me go, "It's business as usual."
What I would say, though, is that
I agree with you, but he is better than Guehi.
But no, but the reason I'm even bringing this up is because you literally said, I asked you, what signing makes you think they're serious? And you said Hoyson.
No.
That's what brought this up, Ryan. What are we doing?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't about what makes things it serious. What makes me think they're serious is buying Bastoni.
It is what this is about. That's literally what I asked you.
Marshall, I just said I'd get Bastoni, and that's not realistic. So again,
that's why I asked you, what is a realistic signing that's going to tell you this club is being serious?
I just said I'd get Bastoni. You said
replay the tapes, God damn it.
But you said that's not realistic. So I'm telling you what, in terms of the realistic signings, which I would take, which is Hoyson. If you want what I actually want, I want Bastoni. But we're not getting Bastoni. You just said it's not realistic.
I want Murillo, but that's not realistic either.
Exactly. So let's go with what.
But no, okay, no. But Prime, I asked you, what realistic signing would you?
I answered the realistic one, Hoyson.
That
yes
would tell you that this club is being serious, and your answer was Hoyson.
Oh, well, none of the two that are realistic will show me that they're serious.
Okay. That's why I tell you I disagree. I think Guehi would tell me they're serious.
But that answers that question. They're both no. For me, if you get Hoyson, you need to partner him with someone. And I think Hoyson and Vega, as a partnership, can develop into something together.
I think the point that he's trying to make, Marshall, I don't know if you understand it, is that he thinks that Guehi, yes, he can bring you experience and stuff like that, but he doesn't think he's still good enough of a player at his current level, bro, to be Chelsea level. Right?
He's going into his prime.
I'm talking about being a starter. We have Thompson.
Yes, I know what you mean. I get what you mean, yeah. That's what he's trying to say, Marshall, and that's why he's saying he'd rather we just get two young guys that obviously they will develop with each other with time, right? That
I just don't think that shows me that the club is being serious.
Fair enough.
What shows me that the club is being serious is you get a fucking experienced player, because I'm tired of hitting all these inexperienced players depending on potential and all this. Like, that's not being serious, and that's the same thing that everyone criticizes. Like, we keep playing these young potential talents. When are we gonna get proven players? Well, Guehi is a proven player.
I agree. We have Tolson's a proven player as well.
No, he's not, bro. Come on.
Yes, he is proven. He's an experienced center back, bro.
He's experienced center back at a Fulham side that's up and down, up and down. Don't get me wrong. Crystal Palace hasn't been that great either, but at least Gahey has shown me at the national level that he can be one of the best center backs in a tournament.
Gahey wasn't one of the best center backs in the tournament.
Yes, he was, dude. Let's not do this.
He wasn't one of the best center backs in the tournament. For
Yes,
England,
he was. He was considered one of the best center backs in the last Euros. What are you talking about?
For England, sure. In the
No, in
tournament
the tournament, not for England, bro. Stop waffling, Prime.
I'm not waffling. You are.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm not waffling. For England, yes. For the tournament, no.
Bro, he was in the fucking team of the tournament. What are you talking about?
He was in the team of the tournament.
On God, he was on team of the tournament for the Euros. You know what? I'm fucking pulling this up.
For the Euros.
Look, even CCP's on Marshall's side, bro.
Wait, he wasn't the team of the tournament for the Euros?
Yes.
Okay, if you guys say so. But I'm not. I don't want him, bro. I really don't, man. I really don't, man.
Why does this look weird?
Bro, in a year, 18 months, we are going to be talking about, oh, this Crystal Palace level guy, yada, yada. Like, no.
Wait a minute. Was he actually not on there? How the fuck does Akanji make it on here?
Was he in team of the tournament for the Euros?
Swear to God, I thought he was.
He wasn't. Was he?
The official All-Star team of UEFA 2024 representatives from winners as well as England, France.
What was the team? Can you bring it up, please?
Mignon, Kyle Walker, Saliba, Akanji, and Cucurella.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
Hey, shout out Cuckoo, man. Shout out Cuckoo, man. That's my left back, bro. My dog.
Awesome.
Shout out to Hernandez, man.
I don't know how the fuck
Did he
made it on there.
Oh, dang.
So the only England player in there was Kyle Walker. Interesting.
Kyle Walker, yeah.
Did Luke from
Right,
Gary?
He was considered one of the best center backs in the tournament, though.
Was he? Did they this 11 thing? Does it have a bench? No.
There's no bench.
Okay, cool. He was considered quality for England, one of the best for England. Yes. In the tournament as a whole, no.
Bro, that is such a disingenuous argument.
It's not disingenuous.
He's considered one of the best center backs for England. Oh, at 1 out of 2 positions, bro. Come on. What we doing, dog?
I didn't say 1 out of 2 positions.
But that's what it is. It's 1 out of 2 positions.
He was one of the best players for England. I mean,
Harry Kane was considered one of the best strikers for England. It's one fucking position, bro. Come on.
No, I'm talking about players. He was considered one of the best players for England. Sure, yes, but again, this is the same England that people will say massively underperformed. That their players were underperforming.
Yeah, you say.
So he was one of the best.
You say he's stinky team. They made it to the final.
So he was one of the. But people will say England were underperforming, bro. People were saying this, that England were underperforming.
Yo, people were saying fucking France were underperforming, which I agree. They underperformed the shit out of that tournament. But Saliba got in that team.
Yeah.
So come on, like
I don't think Saliba should have gotten into that 11. I don't think he wasn't.
Marsh, can I ask you a question? Do you think Guy is good because he's got a good hairline? Is that what it is?
What the fuck, dude? No. Listen, I don't even rate Gurhey like that, but if I give credit where credit is due, I think he is a solid center back.
Marshall, I agree he is a solid center back. You know who else is a solid center back? Tossin, and he's not good enough either.
No, he's not. He's better than Tossin, though. Tossin, I think, is average at best. Average or above average.
Okay. Tossin, okay. Solid, average, same level, really. Same wording.
Solid is like, for me, Aspie level. Like, Aspie was a solid fullback.
Aspie wasn't solid. Aspie was world class. Aspie was not solid.
Aspie was world class as a result of being consistent for as long as he was.
No, Aspie was world class. You know who you could argue was solid? Alonso, I would argue was solid.
No. Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, cool.
All right,
I think Alonso was kind of better than solid, depending on. But whatever. You're talking about Aspie being respected, Dave. Thank you. You're talking about Aspie being solid. Are you high?
Yeah, dude. Aspie was a solid player. That doesn't take away from the fact that listen, Aspie in an individual season, solid meaning a rock, right? Can't be moved. He was consistently a 7 out of 10. in one season, you could say he was solid. But the fact that he's done it for such a long time, that consistency is world-class consistency. To be able to do that for as long as he's done, that's what makes him world-class, in my opinion, and I think in the opinions of a lot of people, if you look at it objectively.
So Gueye is solid for Palace, yes. Just like Tosin is solid when he's at Fulham, or at times when he's played for Chelsea this season.
That is
But
100% not true. Tosin was not solid for Fulham. Come on, bro.
Okay, cool. But the jump from being solid and what Aspie did, bro, we're not gonna act as if it's in the same wheelhouse. It's not. It's like
it's not because Gueye has yet to do it for another 10 years.
What do you think? But I'm not talking about even the longevity, bro. I just picked.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm not saying Aspie's solid. In an individual season, if you take one season of Gueye and one season of Aspie at his best, both are solid. But when you look at the whole work, if you let me finish, if you look at the whole work, because Aspie was solid for so consistently for so long, that's what makes Aspie a world-class left back. If you look at Aspie in an individual season, you wouldn't think he's world-class.
What?
Yeah, if you look at Aspie in one individual season, you don't think he's world-class. But because you look at the body of work that Aspie has done, we think he's world-class.
That's cool. That's fine. You're crazy, bro. If you look at Aspie in an individual season, you won't think he's world-class. Which season are you talking about? The season where we won the league where he played left back out of position, or the season where we won the league where he played right center back in a back three out of position, or when we won
I'm not disrespecting Aspie, but let's not rewrite history and pretend that when we were watching Aspie back in 2012, 2013, that we thought he was world class. We had Ashley Cole, who was world class. You're gonna literally tell me that he was exactly as good as Ashley Cole?
No, because they're different players. Aspie doesn't have offensive threat to him, but they are different players, very much so. But 2012-13 was Aspie's first season at Chelsea.
Okay, move over to 2016 then.
2016.
In one season of Aspie, I'm not gonna sit here and say he was a world class left back.
I know, but I'm not talking about just one season of. I can pick any one season of Aspie. Or are you talking about his first season? I
guess you could say any one season. You could pick his best season. Sure, go ahead.
Not even his best season. Like even if I take Aspie when he was falling off, like Aspie, when was Sarri? 18-19 was Sarri. I would say Aspie in 18-19, where he was declining, playing as an attacking fullback. I would say that season he was solid. When Aspie was declining.
Yeah, but he wasn't world class.
Yes, but that's what I'm talking about. When he was declining, that season 18-19 under Sarri, where he was going up and down as an attacking fullback, that was him being solid. He wasn't necessarily world class that season. That was him being solid. That's the level. Is what I'm talking about of being solid, bro.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, let's not rewrite history. Like, when you look at an individual at the time, like if you lived at the time, if you look at the individual season that Aspie had, no one is coming out and saying and having conversations that Aspie is a world class fullback. When you had the likes of when you're comparing it to the likes of like Roberto Carlos, Cafu, or Ashley Cole,
Aspie's one of.
Excuse me, why did I just come back to hear Cafu, bro? Where like this conversation is so fugazi. Why am I hearing Cafu, bro? We were talking about Mark Gueye.
Prime is literally sitting here pretending that.
I know Marshall's going to the extreme just to prove something.
No, because I'm telling you, world class players.
No, but you're bringing in Roberto Carlos. I've never mentioned he's Roberto Carlos.
I know, but Roberto Carlos has shown us he's had world-class season after world-class season after world-class season. Whereas for me, I agree. I think Aspie is a world-class fullback, but not based off of a single season or multiple seasons, based off the fact that throughout his whole career, he has been solid. And as a result of being solid for so long, it's resulted in him being world class because other fullbacks have had they turned up in such high points in their career, and the fall off was much worse than what Aspie's done.
I can't believe that like disrespect to Aspie just to prove something with Guehi.
What disrespect to Aspie, bro? I just told you he is world class. I'm just telling you the criteria for him being world class is different than the criteria for someone else like a Roberto Carlos or a Cafu.
Roberto Carlos is like, well, for me, the best left back of all time is Ashley Cole. But for other people, for most people that you'll talk to, that will say he's arguably the best, or Marcelo arguably the best. I've not put Dave on that level of a fullback, whether it's right or left. I'm not saying he's like on a alien level, but he is a world class fullback. He's a world class defender. He is. Now, to say, and here's the thing: if you want to say Aspie is solid, fine. But to say Aspie is solid and then to put Guehi as solid in the same sentence does not make sense to me, bro. I don't get the point you're trying to make.
Okay, let me try explaining it one more time, just so you can try to understand it, because I do really want to end the stream.
Like, I hear the words coming out of your mouth, but it doesn't make sense of why.
Let me try to take you through my logic.
Okay.
Aspie, in my opinion, is a world class fullback, right?
Okay.
The reason I think he's world class is because for 10 seasons in a row, let's just say, put a number out there, 10 seasons in a row, he consistently gave me 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s.
Okay.
Versus a Roberto Carlos, for example, in those 10 years, and this is just, guys, bear with me, this is rough math, okay? Roberto Carlos, for example, gave me 5 years of world class, and then the remaining 5 years it was above average, a decline. A decline. But he was sensational in those 5 seasons, and those 5 seasons carried him for the remainder of the 5 seasons. Whereas Aspie has averaged a 7, an 8 out of 10 performance if season in, season out for 10 seasons in a row. Right? I don't even know if you're listening to me, and this is why you can't.
I am actually listening to you. And what does this have to do with Guehi?
What I'm trying to tell you with Guehi, right?
Okay.
Because season in, season out, Aspie would give me a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I consider that being solid. If he gives me one season of 7 on average, 7 out of 8 out of 10, I consider that solid. Guehi, I think, is of the same ilk, where he can give me solid. Now, if Guehi can do that at the top level, if he comes to Chelsea, if Guehi can do that for 10 years and he is solid season in, season out, it's a solid defender. I think Aspie is a solid defender. Aspie is a solid fullback.
That's
but
fine.
The reason I consider him world class is because he did solid for 10 years straight.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. That was like a long-winded to bring off Carlos, but fine. I heard what I was actually listening to you. That's why I was trying to say the relevance of Guehi.
I think it makes more sense now.
No, it doesn't make sense. Bringing in Roberto Carlos, who is, someone put it in here, like Half said Neville and Carragher were saying Neville Aspie was the best defender, not fullback, defender in the league in like 2015, 14-15 when we won the league. Yes, facts, they were. Aspie, who is a right back, was playing out of position at left back.
Do I have to explain math? Do I have to explain how averages work?
DHL said, I know how averages work. I heard you speak. Let me finish.
So how does the Roberto Carlos thing not make any sense?
It doesn't. DHL said Dave world class. Those others guys.
It makes perfect sense.
I heard what you said. Let me speak. DHL said Dave world class.
I think you heard me, but I don't think you listened.
I heard you and I listened to you, bro. I actually listened to you. So let me speak and you listen it to me.
You're reading the chat. I can read the chat too, dude.
No, but this is proving my point I'm trying to make. So listen to me, bro. Dave world class. Those other guys are legends, which is Roberto Carlos is a legend, a GOAT of the game. Guehi is just average, which again he is. Another guy said that just at Palace that you guys don't actually watch him. He's not consistent at Palace. You guys don't necessarily. And someone also said, and someone put it in earlier as well. This is the question that I actually wanted to talk about. What do you think of Gary Cahill at Chelsea? Do you think he's solid?
I think he was above average. Average.
Do you think Cahill was better than Aspie?
No.
No? Okay. Do you think Guehi can be like Cahill?
I think it's possible that he can surpass Cahill.
At Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, that's cool. Marshall, are you gonna click this up for a video?
No, probably not,
okay.
because this is
because this is interesting. This
is like, it's interesting, but the argumentation and the debate is like Down syndrome levels of fucking trying to make someone understand what I'm trying to say.
I hear what you're saying. What you're saying doesn't make sense.
No, because you keep asking me why I brought Roberto Carlos into it. I told you, like, if you look at a span of 10 years, and if you give me 5 world-class years and 5 mid-years, it averages out to you're still a world-class fullback. Versus Aspie, who's giving me 10 years of above average to high level fullback. And the fact that he was able to do that for 10 years versus just like most fullbacks that can do it for a handful of years and then drop off is a world-class ability. It's world-class levels of high output, you could say.
Performance.
It's just different. It's different ways to look at someone's career and say it's world-class. That's what I'm saying. Like, Roberto Carlos is world class because at his peak he was one of the best.
I don't think Roberto Carlos is world class. I think he's beyond that.
Okay, I mean,
he's one of the goats. He's one of the goats of the game. He's to be fair, as much as I love him, I'm not shooting. I'm not going to put him in a goat debate.
You're right.
Like Aspie is a right back. I'm not putting him in with Philip Lam. So I'm saying Aspie is world class. I'm going to put Lam as like. For me, Lam is like the best right back I've seen. I put him in like a GOAT debate, you know. Same way I put Ashley Cole in a GOAT debate. I'm not going to compare
Philip Lam is another one too, yeah.
And that's why I was confused why you'd mentioned Roberto Carlos, because I'm not going to say Carlos and Aspie are same level.
That's like the first thing I thought of.
Carlos
that's why
I know. That's why I was questioning it, because Carlos is like a GOAT debate. Aspie, I would say world class. Guehi, again, like for me, good, average, solid. They're similar. For me, they're similar words to say the same thing. And I've never said Guehi is shit, or I'm not shitting on him. But for him to make the jump to Chelsea as our starter, for us to go and compete and win league titles, I don't think he can do that, bro, at all. I don't. And people thought, and Cahill, as good as Cahill was at Chelsea, most of the time he was here, he was playing with John Terry. John Terry, who is an alpha leader, like Thiago Silva. And you know how I keep saying, you either get me that guy, you get me a Silva, you get me a Terry, or you build a partnership. If you can't get me a Silva or a Terry, which Guehi is not, then you go build me a partnership with talented center backs that can grow and develop a partnership together. And that's my point. And I'm not even saying Hoyson should be the guy that we get necessarily. He's just probably my favorite out of the ones we're kind of linked to, I guess. But go get me, if you can't get me a Bastoni, then you get me ones that can partner together and grow. And that's my whole point. Like Guehi, I don't see him. I think Guehi would be, like, in terms of squad depth, I think he'd be good. But we already have a Tosin who is similar level to me.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
That is what it is.
Do you disagree that Tosin and Guehi are similar level? Fine. But do you, the other stuff I was saying before, do you disagree with that?
No, I agree. Like if they brought in a Militao or a Rudiger or Bastoni, like, yeah, that'd be fantastic. I would love another like Thiago Silva ilk type of signing where we have like an experienced high level center back. That'd be, even Marquinhos I would take at this point. Like, that'd be fantastic. But that's not gonna happen. Like, if the idea is to continue the model and do young, talented, potential, all this stuff, that's Hoyson, and that doesn't show me seriousness.
But so if they get me a partnership, Like
Prime.
even if
I'm
say
trying to
Hoyson
end the
is
stream,
guy,
Prime.
I know you're trying to
Prime.
end it, but I'm just
I
saying.
know.
Say Hoyson is the guy. If they get me a partner with him that works, then I'd be fine with.
Okay, but we're talking about one signing. Just one signing. Just one center back. And I don't think it's possible we sign multiple center backs. I think we're only going to sign one and rely on the like, you know, Anselmino, Sar, and stuff. But
I agree, D.
in terms of like one single signing that shows me, okay, you're being serious, we just fundamentally disagree. I think it would, of the realistic signings, I think it would be Gahey, just for the fact that he has experience, he's played consistent minutes, he's a leader. That's it. But yeah, ladies and gents,
Listen, boys, hold up. Let me just say one thing. Listen, boys.
okay.
All right. Eggs cost $10. You feel me? We're in the mud. All right. McDonald's dollar menu eviscerated. You feel me? Any of my investments gone. Nasdaq. You feel me? The Dow down 1,000 points in the red. You feel me? The stock market may be down, but Chelsea is up. We got the W today. Boys. You feel me? Chelsea.
did.
Chelsea.
We
Chelsea.
did.
Wait,
Let's
let me
go,
speak,
man.
Let me speak. Let's speak, please.
The stock market may be down, but
I want
Chelsea's
1
up.
minute.
I'll take that W.
I want 1
You
minute.
feel me?
I want 1 minute. You know what I mean? Marshall can hold it. RSL can hold it. You know what I mean? Eggs Nation here. £2, baby. What sexy
That's
man?
That is not
You
the
know-
saying Eggs Nation and sticking out your tongue. Is
Hey,
nasty work.
listen, man. Listen. We as men give eggs. You know what I mean? We give eggs something they need.
Okay,
But you know
yeah,
that?
end the stream, bro. Yeah, just end the stream. Yeah, just end the
why
stream, man.
why are
Anything,
you
bro.
guys? Why are you guys talking about eggs? Are you guys Ghanaian?
No.
Oh, you guys are not
No.
African. You won't get the joke. You won't get the
No,
joke.
I don't get the
But my
joke. No,
Africans
you,
get
yeah.
the joke.
I really
Ghanaians
wanna end
live
the
off
stream.
eggs, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Listen, stock market down, Chelsea up. In summary, let's go, boys. We up one. You feel
Right.
me? Life is good.
This is life is great. Yeah, Chelsea won. And you know what? On that note too, listen, eggs are expensive here in the States. So I know what I need you guys to do? Take a breather. Look in your wallet. Put your wallet away and then smash that like button. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. Yeah, because it's free. Smashing the like button is free. Subscribe to the channel. That's also free. And unless and if you didn't listen to me the first time, like when I said I want to end the stream, then go ahead and listen to me this time. And if you have your wallet out still, then by all means consider joining memberships because it helps out the stream tremendously. Prime, one more thing.
I'm just messing with you now. Sorry.
Okay, please, because I really, really need to end the stream. My life depends on it, literally.
Sorry.
Okay, so ladies and gents, like I said, smash the like. If your wallet is still out, consider memberships because it helps out the channel tremendously. And if you are a proper casual and higher tier member, you get shout outs at the end of every show. TM127, EE, Dark, Adrian, A. Suleiman. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to raid out to Flawless, who is still streaming EAFC over on Sarcasm City Gaming. So go ahead, copy and paste the raid message. Let them know where you're coming from. And we will be back again whenever we're back again. I haven't even thought about this, guys. So yeah, check it out. Have a wonderful night. And as always, peace. Stay casual.